The news is brought to you by LGKG, the Western Pennsylvania injury attorneys known for the highest standards in ethics. LGKG.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 6:04. It's cloudy, 57 in Pittsburgh now. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Folks, you know I love CCAC, and here's why. College is expensive, and a lot of folks want to give their kids the best chance for a great future without going broke. Well, here you go. CCAC, 80% of the students there graduate debt-free. And because they spend their first 2 years there, they saved up to $72,000. Wow. They received a top-notch education, and they could either be headed to a straight-up dream job or continuing onto a four-year university. CCAC, the place to begin.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I think guys like them too. Anyway, it's April's birthstone, and Moses Jewelers in Seven Fields has diamond jewelry styles ranging from classic diamond stud earrings to today's most stylish looks. And if you've had a diamond ring for a while, why not consider upgrading that ring to something that fits your lifestyle now? Tim Moses and his team can do that for you. Visit Moses Jewelers or log on to mosesjewelers.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. It's still looking good on the roadways right now. The Parkway North is clear heading into town, and the HOV lanes are open. Parkway East is up to speed between the Turnpike and the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. No issues on the Parkway West between the airport and the Fort Pitt Tunnel. 65 and 28 are both up to speed. 51 starting to get a little stop and go, but really moving pretty well heading into the Liberty Tubes. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy and mild today. Some showers, even a stray thunderstorm, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 45. Tomorrow, breezy and cooler with clouds and sun, the high 57. There may be some frost in places tomorrow night. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This traffic report brought to you by NJM Insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM Insurance offices lies a room of rejected mascot memorabilia. Is it real? No one knows. But we do know NJM is proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Pure Pittsburgh, the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert and Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and
all right, mic's up.
KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry. Marty up bright and early this morning because we're at Oakmont Bakery trying to do a little something for the Refuge for Women. I had no idea that Pittsburgh is number 10 in sex trafficking. That's alarming and scary, and we're trying to raise some money for a safe house that can help women get out of that situation.
I have been lucky enough to be inside this safe house, interview some of the women, and what happens is, and Paul knows this, a woman gets abused by a husband or family member, or a pimp, to be honest.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And they threaten them, and many women have been killed. And honestly, and Paul knows this too, they have these safe houses where they can go and live and stay and get rehabilitation and education and medical care. And this Refuge for Women is one of those. And it's an old convent, which has been converted into a place where these women can survive and thrive.
Turn lives around and just be, many of these women are forced into some sort of addiction, or their lives are so tragic they become addicted, and this is a great place to repair that situation and just basically, it's a fresh start. I mean, it's a safe haven. It's an opportunity for them to kind of readjust. They'll take in a lot of these women have kids,
yep.
So you bring the kids in, they have dogs, they have pets, bring the pets as well. Anything to get you restarted and give you a fresh start in life.
Just so you understand this dynamic, 1/3 of all runaways are approached by pimps who prey on their vulnerability 64,000 approximately human trafficking cases reported in America since '07, and they turn them into prostitutes, and then they turn their kids into prostitutes, and they get abused, and they go to a place like Refuge for Women to seek shelter and safety. Thus, they're very anonymous places. They're very secret because oftentimes, Paulie, they hunt these women down and kill them. It's awfully dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Their pimps or their husbands or boyfriends or however you want to describe it.
Well, that's what's so alarming, that not a majority, but a significant number of women that are, in sex trafficking have been put there by family members.
Yes.
I mean, that is just so frightening to me.
And Mark Sorreo and his family, his wife in particular, have wrapped their arms around this particular shelter. We went in there last year and shot a video with these amazing folks, and a woman, one of our listeners, heard this on the air and sent them an anonymous check for $50,000. So
wow,
people do give a damn. They really, really care. And at the end of the day, it helps so many people. Linda, do you mind coming over here for us real quick? Linda Kreitchen, who is with Refuge for Women. How are you, Linda? How are you this morning? Pull that microphone down.
There we go.
There you go. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Even better now that I'm here with you.
Why not, right? So I've been inside this facility. It's beautiful. It's astounding what you've put together. It's overwhelming. It's so important, though, is it not?
We feel blessed by God, to be honest. We do.
But it's tough to keep it open financially, is it not?
It's a challenge every single week, because we want to provide the kind of care with treatment, with a home environment for these women, and it costs money. We've got 24/7 staff, and that costs money.
Describe the typical woman that's there right now, for instance.
It's interesting. I'm not sure there is a typical woman.
I see.
Some are old, some are, old relatively,
right,
in their 30s, 40s, even 50s. Oh. Some are young. We'll take them at the age of 18 and up. But they're all women who, through some circumstance in their life, have gotten into the place where they've been exploited, they've been trafficked by others. We've been open for 6 months now, since September, and we've had 3 women complete the entire 90-day program and graduate and go on to longer-term programs where a year or 2 years they'll get continued care and really be able to function, support themselves, have a job, have a normal life.
Wow.
And of the 3 women who have graduated, one began to be trafficked by her family at the age of 16.
No.
Here's the worst one. Another one of those women was trafficked for the first time by her family at the age of 5.
What?
5 years old. 5 years old.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. That's a true story.
What?
And yet now these women have gone through the program.
Hold on, let me stop you because
Yeah.
explain to Paul and myself, because I don't know. What do you mean the program? What happens in this? They don't just sit there and watch
Oh,
television.
no, not at all. They get medical care if they have drug or alcohol issues. We can do a non-medical detox. So they get a therapist, they have group sessions, they participate in Alcoholics Anonymous or Al-Anon or something like that if they need it. They have a home environment where they have a community of people who, do life together. They cook meals, they eat, but it's constant education, therapy, group sessions so that they can begin to have hope. When women come into our program, the hopelessness that they feel because they think they're the only one sometimes, they don't know there are other people like them, and just to find other people who've had similar experiences is a revelation to most of them.
Linda Kreitchen with Refuge for Women.
And Linda, when your own family puts you into this situation, how do they ever learn how to trust anyone?
Well, that's the big deal. I mean, that's what was so difficult for them. And when we find that when they first come into the program, they don't trust us either. They're just waiting to see when's the next shoe going to drop. How are these people going to exploit me? And it takes a long time. That's why our program specifically is unique in Pittsburgh. There are other programs that will treat people or women who've been through exploitation and trafficking on a long-term basis. But our program specifically for that stabilization, can they start to trust that really there's somebody out there who will help them and not use them?
Before we go to break, tell us how people can text to help financially.
Yeah, it's real simple. Text 53555. Text HOPE, HOPE, Pittsburgh, PGH. HOPE, PGH to 53555. And help us out. We appreciate it.
And Mark here at Oakmont Bakery is going to have a $10,000 match to whatever's raised today.
He is.
He's a hell of a man, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's an amazing friend.
He's a miracle.
Yeah, he's
God-
been a
God
friend
bless him.
to
Oh,
Refuge since the beginning.
We're here for you.
Well,
all
we're
day.
gonna make this happen
Yep, yep.
today. Make no. Thanks so much for your time,
Thank
and
you.
we'll be with you most of the morning. But give to this cause because and I think part of the scary part is that you might not even realize who the victims are.
Nice.
They could be your neighbor. They
Nice.
could be
They could.
a friend of your daughter's. They could be you just don't even know, and they're
That's
probably
right.
so ashamed and so scared to even talk about it that they can't.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be with you all day.
Linda, thank you. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito. Heather.
Good morning. Heading inbound on the Parkway West, you're tapping your brakes about the runaway truck sand pile as you make your way into the Fort Pitt Tunnel. The outbound side is still up to speed. Parkway North is clear and the HOV lanes are open. The Parkway East is getting more crowded, but we're not seeing any significant delays at this point between the Turnpike and the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. 28 and 65 still moving well. We are still seeing a little bit of a slowdown on 79 northbound as you approach the S-Bends. That's into that construction area there. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people?
Oh, that's Chloe and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple. Don't pay retail for your diamond engagement ring or gift. Come to cleanorigin.com.
Heading over to the news desk, that's where Paul Rasmussen is standing by. Tell us what to look forward to at 6:30. Paul.
Israel promised a military response to last week's Iranian attack, and that happened overnight. We have the latest coming up at 6:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
This is a KDKA radio time capsule. Now, the CEO and president of the Heinz History Center, Andy Masek.
Pittsburgh has a number of unique culinary traditions, from sandwiches topped with French fries to chip-chopped ham. But none of these customs is sweeter than the cookie table. Set out at celebrations, most often weddings, traditional cookie tables are stacked with hundreds or even thousands of homemade treats. For weddings, relatives of the bride typically bake dozens of cookies ahead of time, then freeze them until the big day arrives. Some of the most popular choices include pizzelles, peanut butter blossoms, lady locks, Italian wedding cookies, and buckeyes. No one is exactly sure where the cookie table tradition originated. People of Italian and Eastern European heritage lay equal claim, as do Greeks and Scandinavians. There's even debate about whether Pittsburgh is the cookie table's true home. Dessert lovers in Youngstown, Ohio defend their city as the originator. Equally as mysterious as to where the tradition began is why it began. One theory is that during the Great Depression, cookie tables were a way for guests to contribute to the reception. That way, neither the bride nor the groom's family would have to take on the financial burden of providing dessert for guests. What is known about the cookie table is that the practice is most common in western Pennsylvania and northeastern Ohio. While well known in the East, the cookie table tradition is unheard of in the western half of the U.S. So the next time you're at a western Pennsylvania wedding, take time to savor the variety of treats at the cookie table.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back, Big K Morning Show.
Man.
We are live at Oakmont Bakery. We're trying to make things happen for Refuge for Women. Pittsburgh right now, number 10 in sex trafficking. We're the 67th largest city in the country. Why in God's name are we number 10 in sex trafficking? I don't get that, but we need to have a place for people to get help.
So I was shooting video with Patrick and County Councilwoman Bethany Hallam, and a significant number of homeless folks approached us, and one of them was a female who had a third-degree burn on her foot, Paul, from passing out with her leg up against a space heater in a homeless tent, had been drug addicted, had a recluse spider bite which could kill her. We got immediate attention. There's a point to this, I promise. Had a recluse spider bite on her leg that could have got infected and killed her. We got doctors to the scene. She had been exploited and trafficked and destroyed, quite frankly.
Yeah. How do you recover from that?
It's a dark, dark, dark world. We're going to be spending our day on this because it's so important to us and so important to Mark. I wanted to grab Raz regarding what happened last night in Iran. Raz, we talk about this a lot. The whole world is in a very tenuous situation right now, is it not, my man?
Tensions are high, Marty, but it appears Israel has targeted this attack to limit any possible civilian casualties. It apparently targeted a military base and a nuclear site, so they were going more after infrastructure, it appears, than trying to cause any mass casualties. Perhaps this will be the end of it. A couple of the experts that I've been listening to here at the news desk say that this may be the off-ramp where they both get off and settle down for a while. Maybe Iran will go back to working through its proxies.
But it's fascinating, and I know, Paul, we all know this. The delicate dance. We send drones. You shoot them down. No. First, Israel hits a consulate that kills generals from Iran. Then Iran fires back with dud, ridiculously cheap drones that everyone shoots out of the sky. So that's there goes the tit, then there goes the tat. Now we're back to the tit for tat again, because Israel, Paulie, has to say, well, we got to get even with you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really bizarre world we're living in as they make these decisions about, do we push us to the brink of World War II and III and IV? You know what I'm saying, Paul? It's crazy.
I do know, and that's why I'm want to listen to what Jeff McCausland might have to say about this today. I'm hoping that the network will interview him, or that we get a chance to talk with him during the day today. It seems to me that Israel is sending a message to Iran that says, you can send several hundred missiles, drones, and et cetera. We're going to knock them all down, and then we can walk in here with airstrikes at will and hit exactly what we want to hit. So let's not do this anymore.
And for the hawks in Congress and locally that want to bomb Iran back into the Stone Age, destroy all their nuclear sites, why would we not expect Iran to retaliate with the possibility of a nuclear strike? So this let's bomb them into the Stone Age stuff is obnoxious to me and inflammatory at a time when we don't need more rhetoric like that, do we, sir?
I agree completely, Marty. I think that the best thing is de-escalation and try to find a way to work it all out. The Iranian people are not all this way. They're not all Israeli haters and Jew haters. They're not all on board with genocide. And maybe someday they'll rise up and remove the mullahs and these extreme generals and other leaders and return Iran to some sense of normalcy, and then we can move forward. And
Paul,
I think that's the answer.
Yes, sir.
And Paul, what do you think the percentage is that there's an escalation or kind of a step back and see where we are? Because right now, I think that's the crucial element of this. Is it going to grow larger, or are things going to actually settle down a little bit?
I'm going to give it a 70% chance of cooling down. I think they're going to back off.
Let's hope so.
They have no choice, you say, but they do have a choice.
Sure they do.
Irrational behavior is part of this process, is it not, Paul?
Absolutely right. What the mullahs are doing over there in Iran is totally irrational, and we have to remember to think along those lines when we respond to what they do.
We appreciate you, brother. On a lighter note, we will bring some treats back after the fantastic show here at Oakmont Bakery. All right, my man?
And that's why we love you.
Yep.
And I know Paul's a big sports fan. This Paul Skeens, the number 1 overall draft pick from the Pirates last year. He pitched yesterday at Indianapolis. That is the Pirates' AAA affiliate. He threw 34 pitches over 100 miles per hour. That's mind-boggling. I remember Tim Conroy was a star at Gateway in 1979. A left-handed pitcher, super guy. But we gathered around to watch him pitch because he could throw the ball 90 miles an hour. Now, I know that was a while ago, but now guys are, throwing it 100. How do you hit that as a baseball player? How do you hit a ball that's pitched 100 miles an hour?
It's fascinating.
I don't even, that just blows my mind. It's mind-blowing.
We're live at Oakmont Bakery, folks. Come out and see us. We're here until 10 o'clock. I love this environment. I love the family atmosphere. I love what they do because everything they do is right.
And by the way, it's the start of the weekend. Have some sweets. Let's go.
How you doing?
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. Delays are beginning to build on the major roadways around town. The Parkway East is stacking up at the Britton Road overpass. Parkway West inbound lining up at Parkway Center. The outbound side still up to speed. No issues on the Parkway North right now, and the HOV lanes are open. 28 and 65 still moving well. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
My dad served in Vietnam, the 82nd Airborne Division. He never talked about it, and my mom knew not to ask. So Dad buried himself in work and self-medicated and would lose his temper sometimes. Loud noises would put him on edge. It got rough. So I finally said to him, Dad, you gotta get help.
As a family member or friend, you may be the first to notice when a veteran you love has been going through changes. Things like withdrawing, drinking more, or increased anger could be a sign of a larger health concern, but help is available.
Dad finally went to VA for one-on-one and group therapy and got some really great tools to help him manage things. And I got my dad back.
Listen to hundreds of inspiring stories at maketheconnection.net and learn how you can support the veterans in your life. Treatment works. Recovery is possible.
Pittsburgh CLO has got your map to a summer of musicals. A new season filled with Broadway caliber musicals across 3 venues at the Benedum Center, West Side Story, The Color Purple, and Music Man. At the Greer Cabaret Theater, Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, and Young Frankenstein. At the Byam Theater, Seussical. You're on the road to a summer of musical memories. Tickets to all shows now on sale. Visit PittsburghCLO.org.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Some people bring joy wherever they go, some whenever they go. Mark Twain found humor all around. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Humor. Pass it on from PassItOn.com.
Okay, guys, we gotta put our trays up for takeoff.
Where's Dad?
Oh, he's in the back. We could only get 3 seats together.
Daddy has my pillow.
We'll get it later. Can you not put your feet up, please?
Why aren't we going?
We must be in line for takeoff.
Like security?
Well, that was a different line.
I have to go.
We just sat down.
But I have to go.
The seatbelt sign's on.
Why aren't we moving?
Hey, no picking.
We're just 15th in line for takeoff.
Son of a...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
People, listen to me, please.
You want to hear what I have to say?
Your voice.
My voice.
Voice my displeasure.
The loudest voice
is heard.
Can you hear me?
It's our chance to use our voice.
Here.
Thank you for giving us a voice.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Mostly cloudy skies and 57 at 6:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, your roofer with thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. U.S. officials are confirming Israel launched an airstrike in Iran overnight, apparently targeting a major airbase and a nuclear site. It is the promised response to Iran's barrage of rockets, missiles, and drones last weekend. The BBC's David Harper has more.
Iran's air defense system has been activated over several cities. Video online shows Iranian defense missiles being fired into the air. There are also reports of explosions in southern Syria from missiles apparently targeting radar sites, and in the Iraqi capital Baghdad, as well as Barbil province to the south.
No Iranian official has directly acknowledged the possibility it was an Israeli attack, and the IDF has not responded to a request for comment. Just when Pittsburgh was getting used to warmer weather, cold conditions return this weekend. News Radio KDKA Susie Cool has more live in the newsroom.
While this week saw temperatures in the 70s and 80s, this weekend can see numbers dip back down to the 30s and 40s. And AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore says,
keep that in mind Saturday night into early Sunday and Sunday night into Monday, especially areas that are protected, the low-lying areas where that cold air sinks in. Those are the areas that could get frosty here those 2 nights.
And here's a tip for this weekend from expert gardener Doug Oster if you're worried about your plants.
Watch carefully for the weather. Watch carefully where those temperatures are going to go. And if it's for sure that it's going to get, below 32, you're going to have to cover these types of plants, these tender plants up.
You can expect the cooler weather to stick around for another week in the Berg. Susie Cool, News Radio, KDKA.
KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates have called up Quinn Priester, and he's expected to start tonight in the series opener against Boston. Catch the game on 93.7 The Fan at 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time, 6:32. If you're injured, time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. Dial Pound Law for Morgan & Morgan. Our next update at 7. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hi, I'm Lynn Hayes Freeland. And if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Visit aetnamedicare.com/KDKA today.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Spring has sprung at Bowser Subaru, and we're rolling out the savings. Say goodbye to winter and hello to adventure with incredible deals on the 2024 Subaru Outback. Experience the ultimate blend of versatility, performance, and safety in the Subaru Outback, the perfect companion for all your springtime journeys. And here's something that'll make your wallet happy. Drive home the 2024 Subaru Outback with a fantastic rate of just 1.9% for 48 months. But don't wait. Visit BowserSubaru.com today to find your Subaru Outback before these spring savings are gone. for well-qualified buyers with credit approval and financing through SMFL. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends April 30th.
Well, that's the power of Bowser.
BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, radio listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box to digitize your entire collection of 4x6 photos. Everything from the embarrassing haircut you had in the 90s to photos of your great-grandma's wedding. Visit legacybox.com/value to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. Oh, and don't forget, Legacy Box also digitizes over 15 other types of analog media, so you can get your favorite memories on VHS or Grandpa's film reels from the 40s digitized too. Take advantage of this exclusive offer on the new Photo Legacy Box today and preserve your past for as low as 7 cents. Go to legacybox.com/value. That's legacybox.com/value.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center is KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville. Now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. The morning rush is in full swing. Parkway East is stacking up at Wilkinsburg as you make your way to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway West inbound jammed at the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound side still up to speed heading out toward the airport. Parkway North is clear and the HOV lanes are open. No issues right now on 65 or 28. 51 has some stop and go traffic, but drive times are not significantly affected. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will turn out mostly cloudy and mild with some showers through mid-afternoon, even a rumble of thunder, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 45. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, breezy and cooler, high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
The Big K Morning Show. Larry and Marty, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry with Marty Griffin and Mark Sorreo, the owner of Oakmont Bakery, and we're trying to do a big thing for Refuge for Women today. But for all of you Swifties out there, I understand a lot of people didn't sleep much last night. I know I didn't, but for a different reason, because Taylor dropped some new music, and we're going to sample it right now.
Yeah, my daughter and her friends, I know a bunch of young people that stayed up until midnight, and Patrick knows how this works. Patrick, who's here, was streaming on all our channels. So they wait a while, and then they release 15 more songs at like 3 in the morning.
For real?
I am not exaggerating. So let's play this piece, Sam.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So long, long.
Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department, dropped at midnight. It includes a goodbye kiss to British boyfriends Joe Alwyn and Matty Healy, and a love letter to Travis Kelce.
When I touched down, call the amateurs and cut from the sea.
2 hours after the drop at 2 a.m., Swift announced a secret double album with 15 extra songs. Critics call Poets audacious, gloriously chaotic, and hauntingly brilliant.
Whoa.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey, Sam, did you say you have a couple other cuts you can just play?
I have some songs.
What do you know what the Travis song is?
I don't know what the track. I only had time to listen to like the first 3 tracks.
Is any of it hauntingly chaotic?
Right.
I mean, so far a little bit.
Wow. Describe my show in essence.
Yeah, hauntingly chaotic.
This is the one. She has one that is like her debut, or like the single from the album that has a music video coming out tonight.
Oh.
That's with Post Malone.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh.
Can you play a little?
And I love you. It's ruining my life.
this is the ode to Travis Kelce, right? It's just her
No, this is a.
professing her love to Travis?
No.
No, I think this is a break. Most of this, I think, is a breakup album, but
My bad. Why's she saying I love you?
you're not caught up.
I love you and we're breaking up? I mean, what are we doing
No,
here?
I love you, and it's ruining my life.
Now, see, I needed Sam to set me straight. Thank you.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about her. She's like a painter. Any great painter, any great artist, they operate best when they're in conflict.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
No doubt.
Whether they had a breakup or had a divorce or had an addiction problem. So she's got to break up with Travis or she'll never be able to write another album again.
Exactly.
Or we'll get another album that's like a love album with love songs.
Nah. I don't see that.
I want to take a leave of absence from my marriage and,
Oh.
and hold on, and date her for a month so there can be an album about me out there. Is that selfish?
Yeah.
It is.
Well, did you also see that there was like alleged leaks of the album overnight as well? Yeah,
Oh,
there's
my.
alleged leaks. So there's been a lot of drama. Highly anticipated album.
And there's not many guys that I know that probably stayed up all night to hear every drop, but but we know one. You know who? Bob Pompiani. I guarantee he stayed up, and he probably knows every word of every song already.
One of the songs.
He's a Swiftie.
One of the songs in this album is called Donut Man. He's a donut man. We eat what we can.
Time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts.
Mark Sorreo is the topic of one of the songs, Donut Man. Good morning, brother.
Morning. I can't wait till the single comes out. I'm going to definitely get that Donut Man.
Donut Man, yeah.
The fascinating part of your life is that you committed your life to this bakery because it's your family, too. Is that fair to
Yes.
say?
Yep.
Right? And you've also committed yourself to making a difference. I think that's fair to say, too, right?
Yes.
You're deeply engaged in this refuge for women's shelter. In fact, you called me and threatened me if I didn't do something to help them, we were done as friends. Is that
That's
fair?
true.
Right?
Yep.
And so, why is this, because you get asked all the time to help people, why is this so important to you, this shelter?
I think it's so important. I mean, like I said, I have 4 daughters, 4 sisters, a wife, and I think about how I would do anything for them. I would save them at any cost. And there's these people, these women, and like I'll be playing with my grandchildren, and it runs through my mind now that there are these women that are actually slaves, that they're entrapped and they're being tortured 24 hours a day. You know, they're drugged, and they're children. There's children and women that are going through this. They start them at an early age, and I think about it all the time now.
And there's something to that. I grew up with 4 sisters. I have 2 daughters. I have 2 stepdaughters. I have 2 granddaughters.
Nice.
And that feeling of their vulnerability and knowing that if someone's not taking care of them, really bad things can happen.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things.
Yeah, and we want them to be innocent, but then we realize when people like Linda and Ronnie, enlighten us to the fact that they're on websites and apps that are actually luring them, and right under our care.
So, what he's doing today, beyond supporting this behind the scenes, is he's going to match this match. Describe this match today in terms of donations of how folks can help get to this point, so you'll match it.
So for every dollar that's donated, we're going to match it up to $10,000.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But if it goes higher than that, we'll probably jump in.
Wow.
Let's hope we have that
Yeah,
problem.
I hope that's a problem.
I want you
Yeah,
to make that
that's right.
decision.
My wife will be all in for sure.
Here's how you can do it just right now. You can text 53555, and here are the letters you need to use. HOPE, H-O-P-E, and Pittsburgh, P-G-H. And give as little as you can or as much as you can, but please just give. Think about, someone that you care about deeply, a woman in your life or a woman that you've known. Like Mark pointed out, being tortured every day, being forced to do horrible things every single day. I mean, think about, when as guys, when the women in our lives hit us with, hey, can you do this or do that? And we're like, oh, we're so put out by that. Like, oh, I can't believe you're asking
Especially
me to
Marty.
do that. No, well, yeah, Marty, yeah, he's a little,
I'm
like
lazy.
you said, we can't call him what we want to on the air, Mark, but.
Jag-off.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it.
Moron.
Keep going.
Idiot. And the goat.
My point is, these people are living in a hell
That's right,
that
brother.
we have no comprehension of, and
Yeah.
anything we can do to help them. And even when we find the women, we get them away from their captors. Now we have to rehabilitate them. Now we have to get them ready to live a normal life and bring them back to something that is attainable. And this Refuge for Women, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
So let's force Mark to write a check for $10,000. What's that number again, Paulie?
It is 53555 HOPE, HOPE, Pittsburgh, PGH. Just text it and give what you can.
And they can also go on our website, the Refuge for Women website, Facebook page, and in the bakery we have QR codes on our screens. They just, hit the QR code and and it drives them to the website.
I got to read this. And thanks, Mark. I love them. This is related to the idiots who listen to talk radio sometimes.
Yeah.
This woman sends this text to us. I tune into KDK for news talk, not Taylor Swift bios. Ma'am, this is the biggest music star in history.
Yeah.
Her music has changed economies. Her music has saved cities' economies.
Oh, my gosh. Like when she goes to different countries, their concerts produce more money than the entirety of their country's economy.
Right.
In 3 days. 3 sold-out concerts will produce more money than their entire population produces.
She's the biggest name in our culture. She's the biggest name in music. She generates more buzz than anyone in history.
Correct.
And this woman.
And it happened here, right here in Pittsburgh when she came.
Yeah. It's entertainment. It's fun.
She's taking over Bob Pompiani's life.
Right. And by the way, we're doing this amazing show. We're trying to help save lives.
Right.
And the best this woman can do is complain about a Taylor Swift bio.
Yeah.
But I see this every single day, and I tell Paulie this, and Mark lives this. Seek out joy, man.
Yeah.
Don't get brought down by the haters.
No. Cindy's not going to bother me one bit.
I feel sorry for her that she's so angry. How long was that Taylor Swift piece, Paulie? Was it 45 seconds?
I think we maybe touched a minute.
Thank you.
We ruined Cindy's life with a minute of Taylor Swift.
Cindy, have a
It was exactly 40 seconds. It was 40 seconds.
Cindy, come on out here and have a croissant.
You know what? Please have a donut.
Donut.
Sweeten up.
Croissant. I love. Can we grab it?
Yeah.
Croissant,
Or a pushki.
Yeah. Punchki, no, they're out. They're out. Dosants are in. Punchkis are out till January 6th.
So right now, the dosants are the Taylor Swift of the baking business.
Nice.
That's right. That's
there
right.
we go. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Let's go.
Hey, Cindy, angry Cindy, if you want to come out here and have a dosant, sister.
On the house.
On the house.
Because we ruined your life.
We ruined your life over a Taylor Swift bio, 45
Maybe she had a crush on Travis Kelce or something. I don't know.
I bet she's fun at a party.
Yeah, let's go, Cindy.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thanks,
From
Mark.
the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Centers, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. Heading inbound on the Parkway East, you're lining up before Wilkinsburg as you make your way to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. The Parkway West inbound jammed before the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound side is still up to speed. No issues right now on the Parkway North, and the HOV lanes are open. 28 is starting to see an increase in volume, but we're not really seeing any significant delays except for a minor slowdown between the 40th and 31st Street bridges. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Hey, neighbor, what you up to?
Just getting the groundwork done to put in my new patio.
Oh, cool. Did you contact Pennsylvania One Call System to check for underground utilities first?
Nah, there's nothing but dirt back here.
Whoa, hey, man, are you okay?
Hey, did you guys lose power too? Love that new hair color, Bill.
Yeah, your hair's totally white now.
Maybe I should contact Pennsylvania One Call.
Well, that's the smartest thing you've said all day.
Know what's below. Contact 811 before you dig or visit pa1call.org to submit a locate request to have underground utilities marked.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
I love
love springtime. The sunshine, the longer days, but I don't love stressing about outfits for all of our plans. Between brunches, showers, and spring break, we need looks that keep up and savings that keep it under budget. That's where Kohl's comes in. I scored 25% off dresses for myself, and with the 15% off going on, I got my daughter a dress for under $22. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. So if you want a stress-free spring too, shop at Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Women's dresses, coupons do not apply. Offers end April 21st. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
Coons has plenty of freshness on sale in their produce department. Gourmet quality red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, just $2.99 per pound. And with reward card savings, fresh sweet Florida corn, only $4.99 a dozen.
Great savings. Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by, giving us a preview for our 7 o'clock news. Paul.
After an Israeli airstrike overnight, will Iran back off or respond? We'll tell you what the IDF targeted coming up at 7 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
For more than 103 years, News Radio KDKA has been your source for election coverage.
This is KDKA. We shall now broadcast the election returns.
The tradition lives on Tuesday night at 6. Your vote matters, and so does your voice. Let's talk about it on Tuesday. Pennsylvania Primary 2024. On the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, Larry, this is the time of year when we hear a lot of sneezing and coughing, and you know what that is? That's all about the allergies this time of year. Whether it's inside or outside, Zero Res can help.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies caused by particles, and a lot of that's in your air ducts. You can get something done today by calling Zero Res.
You can get $100 off your air duct cleaning. That is so important. So many people forget about that. But not only that, you can also get 3-room Zero Resified from Pittsburgh's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $129. That's a deal.
And take $100 off your air duct cleaning, too. Call today, 412-701-1188, and make sure you mention the KDK special.
And don't forget, you can go online at ZeroResPGH.com to book as well. Get that stuff out of your carpets, out of your air ducts once and for all.
Breathe easier. Zero Res, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
There are two things everyone loves, saving money and convenience, and the law firm of Butte, Bevington & Nichols can help you do both. Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. Over the past 15 years, they've successfully resolved thousands of appeals. If you've received an assessment appeal hearing notice from a school district, call Butte, Bevington & Nichols to represent you. Your tax savings may be quite significant, and you won't have to participate at your scheduled hearing. And although you won't need to physically attend your hearing, the Board of Property Assessment rules for submitting evidence will need to be followed. But good news, hearings are being scheduled now. So if your residential or commercial property has received a notice of assessment appeal or change in Allegheny County, call 412-650-5940. That's 412-650-5940, or click BOOTAY Bevington.com. Butte, Bevington & Nichols, Pittsburgh's real estate attorneys.
Breaking news, making a difference. The Big K Morning Show with Larry and Marty on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I love this joint, Oakmont Bakery. Patrick, come over here, please, my man. There's no one more important in my life, other than my wife and family, than Patrick O'Connor, who's my closest friend and business partner, quite frankly. He's a genius. And he's streaming this whole thing this morning. Hey, Paulie, do you mind reading Cindy's retort? Because I think it's important that we understand where folks are. She sent us this instant access message that we
You have
suck.
to pull it up
in
for
essence.
me. Yeah, now I feel horrible. I mean,
I don't
this
feel
is-
horrible.
You don't?
I understand the game and understand what she's saying. But she said she apologizes for being negative, Patrick. She doesn't want to be a hater.
There we go.
And she can't come and take us up on our offer to give her a dosant because she's tied to her oxygen machine.
All right. Hey.
So now we feel a little less than okay.
I'm cool with, hold on. I want to make sure we read this. She doesn't want to be a hater. She apologizes if she's angry. But we get this all the time, Patrick.
Oh, people fire off nasty messages all the time.
Yeah.
But what you also pointed here, sorry I can't come in. Oh, what? Do you mind reading that, Paul?
Thank you. I can't come in for a delicious donut in Oakmont. I'm tied to an oxygen machine here in my house. I apologize for sounding like a hater. I'm not.
There you go.
So Cindy, here's
Accept it.
Here's what we'll
100%.
do. Here's what we'll do, sister. We have this arrangement with Mark. We call them cakewalks. And Patrick, we have two coming up. Kind of describe what we're going to do. We're going to give two people who are dying from cancer cakes, right?
Yeah, and the first one is, what is this, the week before Mother's Day, I believe.
Right.
It's the weekend before. There's a big birthday coming up. This poor lady, she's essentially celebrating life at this point.
Right.
Because her cancer battle is just too much.
So, here's what I promise you, Cindy. Do me a favor, because I love you now. Send me an email, getmarty@kdkradio.com, getmarty@kdkradio.com, and we will make you a cake here at Oakmont Bakery, and we will deliver it to you.
It'll be
All
a
right?
cakewalk for Cindy.
That's right, brother.
Absolutely.
But
Fantastic.
you still came out as a hater.
You did.
Sorry.
But, I mean, people have expectations.
That's right.
And you know what? If there's something you want to really do to make your life a better place, get rid of expectations.
Yep.
Let whatever happens, happen, and then react accordingly.
And I'll give Cindy credit here. She at least
came
has
clean?
She did, and she realized maybe she came off a little
Yeah.
harsh. So there is room for redemption, Cindy.
Cindy, we'll make you a cake. Get Marty at kdkradio.com. Also want to mention Ricky D, who we all love, DeCarlo. He has been banned from here.
Oh, for why?
Because he ate too many sweets. And he busted through the, well, I just got to be honest. He used to be the sales rep that came out here.
Right.
Mark doesn't want him in here because he was eating up their profits.
Wow.
But he might stop by today.
And even
I love
though
him.
Mark had a great contract with us, he kept coming every day anyhow, just to
wouldn't
like
stop.
service the account.
They
In
had-
other words, he came every day just to service and sample what he was selling.
They save everything here on tape. It's monitored, Patrick. They had to taser Ricky D because he was eating croissants.
Well, he was also
croissants in line.
He was on a sugar high.
He was.
So he was like almost like those people on bath salts. I mean, he was
Wow.
on
Nice.
he was whacked out
Yeah.
on sugar.
So
Ricky D.
Ricky, you're welcome here anytime, kinda.
Well, how about like 10:05 would be good. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here is Heather Zambito.
Good morning. We've got some trouble spots on the roadways. Let's start with the Parkway West, where traffic is getting in line before the top of Green Tree Hill. You're going to stay in that traffic down into the Fort Pitt Tunnel. On the outbound side of the Parkway West, though, traffic is still up to speed. Parkway East is lining up before the Wilkinsburg interchange as you head into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway North is moving pretty well still, and the HOV lanes are open. 28 mostly up to speed. You start to tap your brakes as you approach the 40th Street Bridge, and 65 still doing well. 51 has a minor slowdown approaching the Liberty Tubes, and of course the normal stop and go traffic between 88 and the Tubes, but otherwise moving pretty well. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Download the Odyssey app and take us with you wherever you go. Pittsburgh's news, weather, and traffic station. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
It's the final days of Diamond's Direct Spring Sale. This is your last chance to get 20% off store-wide. Plus, book an appointment and you'll get an additional $100 off your purchase. You don't want to miss this. 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. And a huge selection of the latest styles with in-store designer appearances. 20% off ends this Sunday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
It's that time of the year when you're going to do some painting. Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino. My deck got done by Rhino Shield at the end of last fall, went through the winter. It looks like they just did it. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than conventional paints, and who will give you a 25-year transferable warranty? Nobody but Rhino Shield. Take advantage of their spring special, 15% off. Call 888-744-6641. Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino, and never paint again.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1893 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1893p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed an 1893 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1893 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 131 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7082. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus of $50 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7082 now to secure your 1893p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-888-201-7082.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Overcast in 59 at 7 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Iran fired air defense at a major airbase and nuclear site after spotting drones early this morning. It's Israel's retaliation for Tehran's drone and missile assault last weekend. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has more.
CBS News confirms a hit near a major air base in response to last weekend's Iranian missile and drone launch aimed at Israel. CBS's Jared Hill.
Iran is really working to downplay this Israeli strike. At least publicly, there's video of a traffic circle with TV presenters there calling it a normal Friday.
Scope of today's attack in Iran unclear.
The Israeli military has not responded to a request for comment. Federal investigators in Pittsburgh helped shut down Russian-linked online scams affecting more than 1 million people. News Radio KDKA Susie Kuhl is live in the newsroom with the details.
Among the victims were 2 elderly Pittsburgh area residents, and according to court documents, one of those victims lost a total of $967 to the online scammer. Federal investigators have seized 4 web domains used to steal personal information, and the effect of the domain seizures was to shut down the LabHost platform. LabHost used its services to create and manage spoofed websites designed to look like the legitimate websites of businesses such as Amazon, Netflix, Wells Fargo, and more. LabHost customers used the spoof sites to lure unwitting victims into disclosing their personal info and then use that info to take unauthorized financial transactions at the victim's expense. Live in the newsroom, Susie Kuhl, News Radio KDKA.
Demolition of Century 3 Mall will involve asbestos remediation in the majority of that abandoned structure. And as News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush reports, the DA is getting involved.
The first phase of demolition for Century 3 Mall began on March 26th. A full asbestos survey of the mall has not been completed. Allegheny County District Attorney Stephen Zappala says they're making progress on the mall and asbestos was to be expected.
I understand there's some asbestos, and there's a report that may indicate that there's asbestos in the mall. We kind of anticipated that because of the time frame and the nature of the prior uses of the property.
Zappala says his office plans to ask the court to force the owners of Century 3 Mall to produce a contract to address asbestos on the property. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Now we have details on a major bridge shutdown starting tonight.
Here's News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee.
Beginning tonight at 7, the Sewickley Bridge is set for a 10-day closure. The heavily traveled bridge, which spans the Ohio River between Route 65 in Sewickley and Route 51 in Moon Township, will close for expansion dam joint repairs. Motorists can use either the construction-restricted Neville Island Bridge or the Ambridge-Aliquippa Bridge as alternates. The project is expected to wrap up by Monday, April 29th. Greg McAtee, News Radio, KDKA.
The Diocese of Pittsburgh has a new Catholic schools superintendent. Seton LaSalle principal Lauren Martin will replace Michelle Peduto in July. Peduto is retiring after 5 years as superintendent. Before becoming principal at Seton LaSalle, Martin served as an assistant principal at St. John Vianney High in Holmdel, New Jersey, and also taught English for 3 years at schools in West Virginia. KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates start a 3-game series with the Red Sox tonight. Right-hander Quinn Priester is the Bucs starter. First pitch at 6:40 on 93.7 The Fan. KDKA Radio News Time, 7:03. Time to get answers to your health and life insurance questions. Call Tom Jacobin at West Penn Life, 724-228-7187. Scattered showers right now in Allegheny County. It's 59 at Pittsburgh International. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Now that Baird and Heffron Tillotson are one, we're proud to call Pittsburgh home. And with 8 locations in the region, we're even prouder to be helping so many of our neighbors build secure financial futures. From our big picture global perspective and business expertise, down to the personalized master plan we'll create based on your unique goals and dreams, your financial security is our first priority. Discover the Baird difference. Visit rwbaird.com/Pittsburgh. Robert W. Baird and Company, Incorporated, member SIPC.
Traffic jams, tailgating, pileups. Ugh, the joys of driving. How could it get worse? The federal government wants to have a say in what you drive. That's right. The Biden administration's EPA is pushing mandates that would ban 2 out of every 3 vehicles on the road today. Don't let Washington become your backseat driver. Protect the freedom of driving your way. Visit EnergyCitizens.org. Paid for by the American Petroleum Institute.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville. Now open. Here's Heather Sambito.
Good morning. Heading inbound on the Parkway East, traffic is lining up before Wilkinsburg. The Parkway West inbound jammed before the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound side is slow from the 79 split to Campbell's Run. Parkway North is still up to speed. The HOV lanes are open, and we're still seeing that slow-moving traffic on 79 northbound. This is approaching the first S-bend and the construction area there. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will be a mostly cloudy, mild day with some showers around through mid-afternoon. The high 67, mostly cloudy tonight, though 45. Breezy and cooler tomorrow with intervals of clouds and sun and a high of 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Voss TV and Appliance. I know how good they are. They've been in my house. We have several other appliances. They've been to Larry's house. He loves them. Look, if you're looking for a new appliance, a new television, why pick Voss? It's the only place you'll ever need. They're small enough to treat you like family and big enough to offer an array of quality TVs and appliance. Voss TV and Appliance. Big brands. Reliable delivery and service. And the lowest prices in town. Guaranteed. Trust Voss. 412-650-VOSS. 412-650-VOSS.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I think guys like them too. Anyway, it's April's birthstone, and Moses Jewelers in Seven Fields has diamond jewelry styles ranging from classic diamond stud earrings to today's most stylish looks. And if you've had a diamond ring for a while, why not consider upgrading that ring to something that fits your lifestyle now? Tim Moses and his team can do that for you. Visit Moses Jewelers or log on to mosesjewelers.com.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code GIFT.
Pure Pittsburgh, the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert and Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back, Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry. Marty is here, and
I got to do product promotion.
Sampling some of the sweets.
Yeah,
at
I got to
Oakmont
do a
Bakery.
product promotion. This dosant thing is insane.
Now, what flavor? You had the strawberry.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know what mine was, but it was fantastic.
So, but I got to ask my man Seth. He's going to be an unbiased, because I'm biased towards Sorreo and his family in Oakmont. Seth, put.
He can't.
He doesn't have a headset.
Yeah.
You love this, though, right?
Just give us a nod. Yeah,
Seth loves it.
He loves it.
So we're here at Oakmont Bakery. We're here till 10. We'd love to see you. The genesis of this is that Mark is deeply involved with an unbelievable facility where women in danger go. And they've been pimped out. They've been drugged up. They've been abused and battered. They've been robbed, beaten, and everything but murdered. And they seek shelter in these amazing facilities. Ronnie, there's several around the country with refuge for women, right?
There are, yes.
Right? And Ronnie's here with us. Tell us your full name and your title.
I'm Ronnie Milich, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator.
So, I'm watching you because I watch everyone, as Paul knows. I'm a little weird that way.
Right. Well, we always do. Everyone observes people. I mean, it's just what we do.
And I pick up on things. And you came in here and said hello, but what I've noticed is you care about this so much, and tell me I'm wrong, and I'll admit it, but you're working the crowd because you want to get the word out here, right?
Absolutely.
This is so important to you, right?
It is.
Why?
It is. Well, I think that the problem is our kids are under attack every day. We all carry around a phone. The kids all have access to game stations and everything that we didn't have growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And the traffickers know that. And they spend their days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, targeting our children.
Oh,
and
wow.
they do this online. This is their actual job. So when you have your child as young as 9 sitting playing a game that you believe is innocent, like Roblox, the kids, they have chat features on there. And anybody, if you don't have strong security features, settings, anybody can talk to your child. And if you're not sitting there next to them, there's been instances where in Roblox, and I don't have this because my kids are older, but people have come in and simulated having relations with a 9-year-old girl in her home.
I had the privilege to go into a pretty secret state police room where they have cops posing as young children online. And there were, to your point, it made me sick actually, there were 300 or 400 at that time simultaneously men trying to pick up these young children and meet them to have sex.
Right.
And then they track them down and arrest them, but a lot of them get through, and they end up pimping out these kids and ruining their lives. In particular, though, this facility, Refuge for Women, I've been to a lot of these safe houses, they call them, and the house is secret because they could get killed.
Right.
Could they not?
Yeah. I mean, these women have been abused, and you don't know what their trafficker's situation is. So we keep our location completely private and quiet. We don't even have a mailbox. And that way everybody has the ability to stay safe.
And Mark was talking about this. This is not just a place where you can rest your head. This is a program that in essence saves their lives and makes them better people and cleans them up and gives them focus and religion and insanity, right?
Right. And that's the great thing about our program is it's not just a Band-Aid. We're actually going in and we're helping these women change their lives. We're letting them have the opportunity to make decisions that they've never had the opportunity to make before. Even something as simple as what color clothes they want to wear that day.
Oh my.
We're teaching them how to meal prep. I mean, when you talk to these women and they've only eaten gas station food for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and then all of a sudden we give them fresh vegetables that, we've gotten from church partners, and we teach them how to prep the food and how to freeze it and then how to make meals. We have volunteers that come in and show them how to make homemade gnocchi and things like that. So they're eating healthy, well-balanced meals. We're exposing them to activities that they've never had the opportunity to do because all they've been doing is working for their life.
Let's boil down to what's really important about what you're saying. You're saving lives. And Mark pointed this out, and it's very smart of him to say, you struggle financially until you can get on this Medicaid program,
Right.
Medicare, I apologize, where they pay a substantial amount of the cost.
Right.
It is Medicare, right? Yeah,
Medicaid, it is
I apologize.
Medicaid, yeah.
I apologize. And until then, you got to raise money to keep this place
Right.
running, right?
Right, exactly.
And it's tough.
It's very hard, yeah. I mean, there's a million different charities
Yep.
in the world, and everyone is worthy, but, you know, we think ours is most worthy, of course.
Yeah.
So we have to do things to raise money every day, and that's what we're out doing, which is why we have the events that we have, like the one coming up in May.
Yes, tell us about the event, and then let's make sure we mention the number today.
So in May, on the 4th of May, we're having Tea and Totes. It's a purse bash tea party, and it's a fun day. It's a morning event. We are going to have a great brunch provided by Bistro to Go.
Nice.
We're having basket auctions. We have 10 designer purses that we're going to auction, or that you could win with your ticket. Lots of fun surprises. If you wear a big fancy hat or a fascinator, you can get a special treat. And every dime goes to Refuge for Women and the programs that we provide.
That sounds great.
All right, how do they get to this information on this?
So it's at refugeforwomen.org /Pittsburgh. There's a events tab, and you can join there. On our Facebook page, again, it's Refuge for Women Pittsburgh. We have it all over the place. I think that Seth said that he's going to post it on your page.
Nice. Absolutely, we'll get that up.
Yep. I don't know where else I'll find more
doing.
places to post it.
I think that's going to be, you're not going to be hiding for anybody now. I think it'll be findable without a doubt.
And I notice you so much, that you care so much, because you're walking up to strangers and giving them information and trying to get them involved. And that's above and beyond. It shows how much you love this and want to make a difference.
Well, thank
We
you.
appreciate you being here.
Ronnie,
Thank you so much for having
And
me.
in the meantime, 53555-HOPE, HOPE, Pittsburgh, PGH. You can give right now to this unbelievable cause. And it's just so scary to me that family members are doing this to their own kids,
Jeez,
to their own wives, their own siblings. They're just doing awful things, and it's just frightening to me. And we have to do something to help.
That's right. Thank you.
Ronnie, thank you.
so much.
All right, let's take another look at traffic. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. And Genesis in Monroeville now open. Here is Heather Zambito. Heather.
Good morning. We're looking at reports of an accident on the Parkway West outbound near Campbell's Run. On the outbound side of the Parkway West, we're seeing traffic stretching back to before the 79 split, almost back to Roslyn Farms as you head outbound toward the airport on the Parkway West. Inbound on the Parkway West, you're lining up at the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is lining up before Wilkinsburg as you make your way into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway North, though, still smooth sailing there, and the HOV lanes are open. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
What's the room again?
1240, down at the end.
Ooh, what's that? Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have the key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Rub it. Come on. Try flipping it over.
Seriously. Why can't we go inside? I'm tired.
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
What?
Please, if you
Dad,
could just...
why aren't you opening the door?
Can everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
A Gain Scent Bead story. Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring a bottle of Gain Scent Beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing." Actually, Jim, most noses call them Gain Scent Beads. Try Gain Scent Beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Hi, I'm Paul Alexander, and Awaken 180's Pittsburgh location is now open. Awaken 180 Weight Loss now has an in-person weight loss experience right in our backyard. Now, you can achieve the same phenomenal weight loss results, but with a personal touch of face-to-face coaching. As I mentioned before, the price stays the same. You'll get to meet your coaches, soak up the weekly support in person, and start losing weight your very first week. Proof? I dropped 9 pounds my first week with Awaken 180. Yes, 9 pounds week 1, dropped another 4 or 5 pounds each and every week with Awaken 180. There really isn't a reason to try 3 more programs before you choose the program that actually works.
Skip the lose weight quick schemes and do what I did, Paul Zeiss did, and Phil Bork has done. Choose a solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Fast, proven weight loss, and free support for life. Secure your in-person, at-home consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800.
Get ready for a night of solid gold with the Temptations and the Four Tops. Friday, May 3rd, Benedum Center. Tickets on sale now at trustarts.org.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by with a preview for what's coming up on our next newscast. Paul.
A trend of wet and warmer weather is coming to an end, and we'll tell you what to expect this weekend coming up at 7:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Big K Morning Show, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back. Paul Alexander in for Larry. Happy Friday, everybody.
My
Marty?
all-time favorite artist right there, Springsteen.
For real?
And mass obsessed. I know every word to every song.
How many shows?
I've seen at least 10.
10?
Yeah. Dallas and Los Angeles. And
See, I think he would be, like, if I were, driving through New Jersey and, wanted to stop and have a couple of pops and listen to a cool, live music, I think the Boss would be really good.
Yes.
As far as selling out an arena, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Massive
That's just
stars.
me.
What, and I've never seen it in my life, and I'm an old guy, and it kind of makes me think of Cindy, like, why are we talking about Taylor Swift? In my career, I've never, ever seen an entertainer or an artist have this kind of impact, ever, until Caitlin Clark.
Ooh.
The impact. Hey, Paulie, you're a sports guy. You forgot more sports than I'll ever know. In my life, I've never seen one person have such an impact on a sport. It's insane.
I mean, I'll throw a couple out there. Arnold Palmer.
Oh, excellent.
Golf used to be just for the elite.
Excellent.
No one cared about it. Arnie brought it to the people.
Excellent observation.
Arnie's Army. The baton was then handed to Tiger Woods. Think about who he introduced
right.
to golf.
Great point.
Minority people. There's guys on the PGA Tour now. The only reason they took up golf was because Tiger was that guy.
It's right on.
So that was unbelievable. Now, Steph Curry didn't do anything for basketball that wasn't already done.
Right.
But his ability to shoot the three and to shoot from so far away has changed the game of basketball. And now I'm going to get to Caitlin.
Yeah, of course.
But that brought back shooting. It used to be the 7-foot centers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Moses Malone. It was all the big guys. And now it's all about shooting the three. And now Caitlin Clark, she became the female Steph Curry. And the thing that was amazing about what she did, and to your point, Nike just gave her $20 million to be their, spokesperson. $20 million. I mean, that's significant. But more people watch the women's NCAA college basketball tournament than the men.
Well, and
that's never happened. That's never even been close.
She's the Taylor Swift of women's basketball.
100%. Women's sports, women's athletics right now.
It's funny, too, because I used to watch it because I like scores. It's funny you should say this. And I like anyone who's a little crazy in terms of commitment, and because I'm a little crazy, as you know, in terms of commitment, just like Soraya is.
Right.
Here's what I tell my wife about people. She was raised right.
Oh, yeah.
Because she managed this.
And the work ethic. And it's all. And here's something that everybody has to take. Everyone wants a pill to lose weight. Everyone wants instant gratification. No one wants to put in the work. Everyone looks. They work harder at working around an issue than they would if they would just work and actually solve. Like people that would do those extravagant, cheat sheets to cheat on tests. If they would have just spent that amount of time, studying the subject, they would have probably aced the test anyhow. But the point being is, it's hard work. And the thing that was cool, because Shelby Cassesi, who we worked with at KDK, she's now doing a great job over on Channel 11. She said, hey, do you have Susie McConnell-Serio's phone number? And I go, absolutely, because Susie McConnell still has the all-time assist record in college basketball. No one worked harder. She was an Olympian. She has a gold medal. She was in the WNBA. She was kind of Caitlin, before Caitlin existed. I mean,
but she didn't drive these ratings.
No, she did not.
It's a phenomenon.
She still carved the pathway.
Yeah.
So all of this is just, I think, amazing.
So the women's draft, which I could care less about, I just don't get interested. And honestly, until Caitlin Clark, I didn't care about women's sports.
Right.
I got to be honest, and I watch her now. The draft last week, which no one ever watched before, they had a 400% increase in ratings. And Pat McAfee, who's the plum guy who we know and love, said,
don't you just love him?
He said a 40% jump in ratings is massive. She had a 400% jump.
Correct.
She's a phenomenon.
Yeah, I mean, she has changed everything. Absolutely changed everything. And you're going to see, much like we got to see here. I grew up playing hockey in Pittsburgh. And you know what? We were a cult. No one else even knew like that. Like, you play what?
I remember
this. You do what?
I remember this.
And again, this is
the
early 70s.
Yep.
The Penguins, like 3,000 people went to
Right,
games.
right.
I was one of them. But then we got Mario Lemieux here.
Yes.
And that, all of a sudden Pittsburgh was a hockey town.
So true.
And then we get Sidney Crosby.
Yep.
And it continues. But, I mean, now you can grow up in Pittsburgh and play hockey at a high enough level that you can make it to the NHL. When I was growing up, we didn't even, we weren't from Canada because we had no chance.
Yeah.
We weren't good enough. But now Caitlin Clark is going to do the same thing.
What's amazing about women's basketball, to kind of understand the lack of interest, her salary is $77,000. That's lint hair in an NBA player's pocket.
But as you know, in entertainment and sports, and this is one thing that I get, well, they should make as much as men. Well, no, the men, the TV contracts that the NBA has pay for their salaries.
Right.
The WNBA didn't have enough interest to get that kind. This is going to change.
It is.
And, just like some of the arts, without big grants and big things, that it's not sustainable.
It isn't, sir.
It's
You're right.
not.
You're
So
right.
as much as I want, and again, with daughters, with, sisters, I mean, I want women to get everything they can. But right now, you can't just give it to them because
ratings
they
equals
should get
revenue, brother.
Bingo. And now it's going to actually be earned. And I think that's the beauty.
These women's teams are so weak financially. Their situation is so tenuous that if you're a billionaire and you own a team and you have a private jet and say, throw the ladies on a jet, you get fined. They have to fly commercial because they can't afford private jets for all the teams. She will bring this into another place. Plus, she's a hell of a role model.
Yes, she is.
She was raised right.
100%.
All right, after the break, we got something really, you got to hang. We're out at Oakmont Bakery. Come on out and see us and say hi.
And hop on to 53555 HOPE, HOPE, Pittsburgh, PGH, and give money to Refuge for Women. Let's go.
We'll text you that number, Samantha. People are calling asking about it.
All right, from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. We have a couple of trouble spots on the Parkway West. On the inbound side, you're lining up at the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound side, though, very heavy and slow from around the Carnegie interchange out to Campbell's Run, due in part to an accident, partially blocking a lane out there. Parkway East inbound, you are lining up before Wilkinsburg as you head into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway North is the gold star this morning, as is typically the case. We see no delays right now there, and the HOV lanes are open. Starting to see a slowdown on 65 with about a 2-light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Want to upgrade your home with beautiful windows that are built to last? Paul Alexander here to tell you about Renewal by Anderson. They're the full-service window and door replacement division of Anderson, a family-owned business since 1903. That's over 120 years of window and door expertise. These guys do it right. How? First, Renewal by Anderson uses Fibrex, a composite that's twice as strong as vinyl and warranted not to warp, crack, or rot. They custom build every window specific to your home and handle everything from start to finish, including the install. So when it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, Go with one of the most trusted names in the industry, Renewal by Andersen. And now during their triple savings event, buy 4 or more units and you can save $400 on every window and $850 on every patio and entry door through the month of April. Call 412-448-9090. 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for additional details.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1893 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1893p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed an 1893 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1893 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 131 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7082. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus, a $50 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7082 now to secure your 1893p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-888-201-7082.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
So what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
There's so much going on in the world.
Say the word and unlock the world.
I love listening on Alexa. It's on every smart speaker I have. Some rooms have more than one because my husband's obsessed with technology.
Tell your smart speaker to play News Radio, KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now. From the Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Scattered showers and 59. It's 7:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, making life better one roof at a time. Trust PJ.com. And by the injury attorneys at LGKG, your home team, LGKG.com. U.S. officials are confirming Israel launched an airstrike in Iran overnight, apparently targeting major airbase and a nuclear site. It is a promised response to Iran's barrage of rockets, missiles, and drones last weekend. The BBC's David Harper has more.
Iran's air defense system has been activated over several cities. Video online shows Iranian defense missiles being fired into the air. There are also reports of explosions in southern Syria from missiles apparently targeting radar sites and in the Iraqi capital Baghdad, as well as Barbil province to the south.
No Iranian official has directly acknowledged the possibility it was an Israeli attack, and the IDF has not responded to a request for comment. 2 years after the deadly Northside Airbnb shooting, still no arrests, but the investigation continues as News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush reports live in the newsroom. We're having a technical problem there. We've had a week with above-average high temperatures, but will that trend continue? With that story live in the newsroom, here's News Radio KDKA's Susie Cool.
If you were getting used to the toasty weather in Pittsburgh this week, AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore says, hold that thought. If you were getting used to the
Saturday night into Sunday and Sunday night into Monday morning, I think we have to be concerned about frost. It looks like we will be getting down into the mid-30s.
And if you're worried about your plants in the weekend's frost, expert gardener Doug Oster says,
most plants will be fine. Anything that comes up on its own, like a shrub or a tree or a perennial, they're used to this weather.
Looking ahead to the next week, it looks like cooler spring-like weather is here to stay for a little. Susie Cool, News Radio, KDKA.
KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates have called up Quinn Priester, and he's expected to start tonight in the series opener against Boston. Catch the game on 93.7 The Fan at 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time, 7:32. Time to get your bathroom remodeled with Rebath. Schedule your free in-home design and quote today with Rebath. Our next update at 8 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio, KDKA.
It's probably the most famous piece of classical music ever written. One of humanity's greatest artistic accomplishments. And now, the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra performs Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, April 25th through 28th at Heinz Hall. Powerful, emotional, life-affirming. Beethoven's Ninth with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. Tickets start at just $25. Seats will go fast, so buy early at pittsburghsymphony.org.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Are you uncertain about being financially ready to retire? How long will your money last? How much will your costs increase as you live longer? Brian Carranza, president and founder of Secure Money Advisors and the author of the new book, Right Track to Retirement, has a solution for you. Secure Money Advisors are in the business of creating retirement plans that help you protect your money. They will provide you with a pathway for a reliable income to give you confidence that you will live the retirement you dreamed of. Get your complimentary copy of Brian's book, Right Track to Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com. That's righttrackpittsburgh.com.
There's breaking news all day long from around the world, and sometimes all that noise makes it hard to hear about what's happening right here at home. With the free Odyssey app, getting your local news plus breaking news is easy. And even when you're not near a radio, stay connected with what's going on right here by listening live and push alerts. Just download the free Odyssey app and search and follow your local news station, and you're good to go. The local breaking news to get you through your day at your fingertips on the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. Heading outbound on the Parkway West, there's an accident between the 79 split and Campbell's Run that's snarling outbound traffic from just past Carnegie on the outbound side. The inbound Parkway West stacking up the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is solid at Forest Hills. Parkway North is clear, and drive times are up to speed. 65 inbound, there's a 2-light delay at the McKees Rex Bridge. AAA traffic on the 5s is brought to you by LGKG Injury Lawyers. LGKG, your home team. Visit lgkg.com. I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy and mild today. Some showers, even a stray thunderstorm, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, though, 45. Tomorrow, breezy and cooler with clouds and sun, the high 57. There may be some frost in places tomorrow night. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
With a 90-year reputation, LGKG is known for its highest standards and ethics among injury attorneys. I promise you, we're different from the others. Fighting for the little guy is what we do. I'm Joe George. Find us at lgkg.com as we expand into Pittsburgh. LGKG, your home team.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
The Big K Morning Show. Larry and Marty, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Oh, yeah.
Paulie, this song.
It's the end of The Sopranos.
A flood of memories.
Right?
In my life.
I mean, that's what I always think of.
I made out with so many girls to this song. You have no idea.
And every one of them's denying it right now.
No, they're not.
No, I didn't.
They're out of state.
No, I didn't.
They're out of state.
I don't even know that guy.
They're hiding somewhere.
Paul Alexander in for Larry today. Marty Griffin here. We are live at Oakmont Bakery. Refuge for Women is the cause today, and the man that stepped up is Mark Serrero, the owner of Oakmont Bakery. Right now, we're lucky enough to have the author, the creator of the Dosant son, Tony Serrero.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Is your dad a pretty cool dude?
He's awesome. He really is. He's a great guy, generous guy, most generous person I know.
Stay out of this, Serrero. Tell your dad to back
Hey, Dad,
off.
take a break.
So there's the me and my shadow thing we hear all growing up. You are your father's shadow. Is that fair?
It is. You know,
Yeah.
he really, I mean, as soon as I told him I wanted to be in the business, he took me under his wing and invested into me and shared, we're not your typical family business.
No.
He shared every experience that he had with me and my sisters. And it's, and I think that's why we are so successful.
Oh, yeah. My man, what I love about you, and obviously I do love you, you're family to me, and so, as you know, so is your father, is that you get it. You get the family thing, you get the community thing, you get the performance thing, and you get the work ethic thing. And it's tough to do all that and to stay happy with the family when you're all going crazy all day at work, is it not?
It is, growing up in the business, and I mean, you tell the story all the time. I mean, my dad used to drag me out of bed to get me here in the morning.
Hold on. Listen to this story. How old were you? I forget when this happened. But
17.
17.
Yeah.
And he comes in your room because you didn't want to go to work. And what did he do?
Oh, flip my mattress over, drag me out of bed, pull the car out, wait for me to come out. I'd run outside, but over the years, that's how we learned. I mean, we always had to work. No matter what we were doing, we were never forced to be in the business. I have a sister. She's a school teacher. Sister's in grad school now. But he always, made us work, and that's why we are the way we are today.
All right, let me tell a story which ties into that, to the next generation. It was one of the holidays. It might have been Easter. And I see pictures or a video that your father sent me of your twins working here.
Oh, yeah.
When the place is closed.
Yep.
Is that not true?
Yeah, and that's what he used to do with me. Bring me in on holidays.
True.
Yep.
Oh, my.
I mean, we'd open the store up on some holidays whenever it was, much
Hold
smaller.
on, let me interrupt you again. Tell Paul the story about the time you opened up on a holiday when the place was completely shut down, and then what happened?
Oh my gosh, it was Christmas Day. We come down.
Christmas Day.
Yes, Christmas
Merry
Day. We come
Christmas.
down. I was probably 8 or 9. We opened the store. We were getting things ready for
Not
my
opening
crew.
presents, you're opening the store.
Yep. We had a line out the door. We were making coffee. We had to call 2 of my aunts in. We started baking bread. We were making donuts. It was amazing. He let me keep all the money. That's how generous he is.
Wow. By the way, that ain't no joke.
It's not. He isn't. I mean,
He's insanely generous.
He is, and then we're blessed, and we're able to bless other people, and that's how he looks at it. As on a Christmas Day, we'll have products left. What do? Let's call Light of Life Mission. Let's call the Presbyterian Homes. Instead of saying how do we cut costs back, it's how do we give back.
Right. Hey, the thing about it is that you got to be a little crazy to have success, and I know this because I'm a little crazy. That's why we're all so close, I think. But at the end of the day, it's about family and friendship and relationships and doing it the right way. And my man, I love you. And I see you do the things your father did, except you're doing them better. And it's never easy, but you make it seem easy, man. It's a blessing to know you. It really is.
We love you, Marty.
And I want to talk to your sister.
Yeah.
She's the outcast. You wouldn't let her be on the microphone. He's trying to
we
push-
only have one headset.
He's
We're
trying to push her
sharing, so-
away.
Tony, great job.
Thanks,
Thank you,
brother.
man. The Dosants are to die for.
It's insane.
We didn't even get to the recipe of the Dosants. But you know what? Maybe we should keep it a secret.
Kristen,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You are not working in this bakery.
I am not. I am currently the only one of the 5 not working here. My sisters are in college, so they're still here.
So what are you doing?
I'm a school teacher in the community, actually.
Okay. At
Yes.
Riverview?
Yes.
Nice.
So you walk across the street.
I actually am in Verona. I'm at the Verner Elementary School, so I'm just across the viaduct, about a mile away.
And what grade do you teach?
I'm K to 6 right now, special education.
Oh, God, we want to talk about special people. I mean, I just know right now, without knowing you at all, you're a special human being, because anyone that does special ed you're special. I mean,
Oh,
those
they
kids.
bless me as much as I get to bless them.
Isn't that the truth, though? I did a lot with Special Olympics way back in the day. And you think that you're helping them. At the end of the day, you realize they don't have a bad day.
No.
They don't have a bad thought.
Mm-mm.
They don't have anything other than joy in their lives.
Mhm.
They're just, I'm amazed at,
It emulates
what
from
they
them,
teach
and
us.
it changes you so much too.
Your father's so proud of you, but I was watching Tony talk about your father in this business, and the whole time you're nodding your head.
Yeah.
Right? What did you learn, and what do you gather from your family doing this so well?
So I'm 30 now, but I started working here when I was about 13.
Oh my.
And we would
Child
work.
labor violence.
Well, we would work before we could get paid for it. It was just that we
What's
would come
that
in
number
and
for
help
the state,
out.
Paul?
You
We
were
would
a
just come in
hostage,
and
not a
help.
volunteer.
Yes. But I grew up here. I mean, I spent so many of my weekends
Sounds like
here.
the coach. Yeah.
And I actually still do. So choosing to go into education and leave the bakery was something that was challenging for me because I spent so much of my life here with my family, and that separated some of that time. But now, like, I have dinner here every Monday and Thursday with my
nice.
son. My husband actually went to school for entrepreneurship and business management.
Oh, my gosh.
So he manages here.
Oh, my.
Which is awesome. So he's my counterpart, and he gets to be involved. And my dad really invested in him, and so did Tony. So it's really cool to see that he gets to be a part of it. And I spend all my free time here so I can be around everybody.
Well, you take the kindness and greatness for granted because that's how you live. It's your DNA, but it's extraordinary. So when you get in the outside world, you probably realize the greatness that emanates from you, do you not?
Oh, yes. And I was brought up in a way that I just knew you had to work hard. We understood the value of a dollar. Our parents made our lives easy for us, but they always made sure that we understood what hard work was, that we were engaged in hard work, and that because we were blessed, we could be a blessing to others.
Nice.
So, I mean, I get to see that through my parents, and I get to be that because of them.
And here's what I make myself do, and it seems like you guys just do it naturally. A lot of people have that, I have to go to work. I get to go to work. I get to go to work. Oh, I have to work out. I get to work out. And when you start with that mentality, it's a life changer. And
I think that goes along too with like the generosity piece. I just was talking to Tony about this the other day, and I said something that our parents have always instilled in us, besides their strong faith, is that we get to give, that we get to be givers. We have
'Cause you
opportunity to
can.
give. So we always looked at it as something exciting that we could do and not something that we had to do. And my parents get so excited to give. People don't even know how much they give.
And people don't even realize physically, when you give to others, there's an
Internal
there's
joy.
an internal joy that it's physical.
It
you
is.
give off some I don't even, what's it called? Whatever, dopamine or something.
Yes.
Something happens inside of you. That's why they say it's better to give than to receive.
receive,
That's not just like some cliche. It honestly is. It is better for you physically to give than to receive. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Can you throw that headset on your brother's head for a minute? 'Cause
Thank you.
Paul-
Great job.
Thank you. Paul is right. I don't like baked goods that much because my taste buds were destroyed by cancer.
I noticed you like the dosant.
This is what I want to say. Man, they're sick. They're sick. They're so good. What the hell is that? How do you do that?
Yeah, so this year after Punchki season, we were like, we need to come up with a better dosant. We did a lot of research, my dad and I, and so it's croissant dough, 100% butter, 21 layers of dough in it.
Hold on.
21 layers.
21 layers.
Is it a Clementi thing?
So we sheet out the dough on a sheeter. We roll the butter in, and you just have to do it 21 times.
What?
And it's a process. We have 3 amazing bakers that help with them in the back. But you can see, look all those layers in there.
Oh, they were just fantastic.
Butter.
Oh, man, it's
We do
butter.
Pittsburgh cream, strawberries, fresh.
And look at these two. They're like the epitome of fitness and health. And they're in a bakery 24 hours a day. How do you do that?
Well, that's why I made the building so long.
Oh, my
Good
God.
exercise.
My brother, thank you so much.
Thank you
my
both
man.
so
Thank
much.
you
God
both.
bless you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely awesome.
Paulie, look down the counter there.
What do we see?
Hold on. Beside the woman. Look, there's your boy.
The man that was he was banned.
He was banned from
He
here.
was banned for too much sugar.
Rick DiCarlo.
Rick DiCarlo, the man,
Ricky
the
D
myth, the
has
legend.
been banned from here. Why are you allowed in here?
I can't believe they let him back in.
Oh, my gosh. Santa Claus.
It is all good, my friends.
We love
All right.
Rick DiCarlo.
Ricky D.
He's trying to get a freebie, I bet.
Oh, he'll probably get some.
Yeah, he will.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
The accident on the outbound Parkway West near the 79 split is actually on the ramp, so it's not blocking any of the travel lanes, but we are seeing residual delays remain as you're slowing there around Roslyn Farms on the outbound side. On the inbound Parkway West, you're stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill as you make your way down to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Parkway East is slowing at Forest Hills. You're going to stay in that very heavy and slow traffic until the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. 28, we're seeing some buildup continuing to get bigger. Right now, you're getting in line around the 40th Street Bridge as you make your way to the north side. 65 still has about a 2 to 3 light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. No issues on the Parkway North. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
It's the final days of Diamonds Direct Spring Sale. This is your last chance to get 20% off store-wide. Plus, book an appointment and you'll get an additional $100 off your purchase. You don't want to miss this. 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. And a huge selection of the latest styles with in-store designer appearances. 20% off ends this Sunday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
So, we are, by definition, a Bowser family. Let me explain. We have four Bowser cars, and there's discussion of 5. Let me think. We have 2 Subarus. We have a Buick, my wife drives, and I have a Genesis. My brother, Larry, drives a Genesis. Probably the coolest car I've driven in 20 years. Seriously amazing. So we had a fender bender. One of the girls, one of my teenage daughters, had a fender bender. And the part wasn't available to fix it. This is a true story. The Bowsers sent a guy out of state to get the part and bring it back to Pittsburgh to fix the car. I'm telling you, beyond the expertise when you buy the car, behind this whole idea of it's a great car company, it's a great family that really takes care of people, that really makes sure that you're the number one priority. I've seen it. Come on, we have a fleet of them, and every single time, they do a hell of a job. Bowser, the best.
KDKA, covered by Rhino Shield. Looks like paint and lasts for decades with a 25-year warranty.
Over to the news desk, see what's coming up at 8 o'clock. Here's Paul Rasmussen.
Well, we have some new information about Israel's promised military response to last week's Iranian attack overnight. We'll have the latest for you coming up at, make that 8 o'clock on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hi, I'm Lynn Hayes Freeland, and if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Visit aetnamedicare.com/KDKA today.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GIFT for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's promo code GIFT.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people?
Oh, that's Flo and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Kate here from Baths R Us with the 3 biggest problems people always have with bathroom remodelers and how Baths R Us overcomes them all. First, it takes too long. Everyone's heard the horror stories of jobs that drag on for weeks or months. But at Baths R Us, we're in and out in 2 or 3 days and it looks stunning. Problem number 2, the final bill is more than the original estimate. Baths R Us doesn't give estimates. We give ironclad quotes. We remodel over 1,500 bathrooms a year. You can be confident there will be no last-minute surprises. And problem number 3, they don't do the job right. Baths R Us only hires master craftsmen who are trained and certified and who use the highest quality materials. That's why we're proud to offer our no regrets promise. Your personal guarantee that you'll love your new bathroom. Call right now and get $1,500 off plus low to no monthly payments. Our number is 412-991-2676 or online at bathsrus.com. That's bathsrus.com.
The Bloomberg Report brought to you by UPMC Health Plan, your partners in care.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. U.S. stock futures were pointing to a lower open this morning as global markets were rocked by renewed conflict in the Middle East. Netflix signed up more new customers than anyone expected in the latest quarter, thanks to a strong lineup of original programs and a crackdown on password sharing. The company added just over 9 million new customers in the first quarter, almost double what Wall Street was expecting. Apple has removed social media services, including Meta Platforms WhatsApp and Threads, from its Chinese App Store. The move is in response to orders from Beijing to close more loopholes in the country's long-standing internet firewall. And Tesla is recalling almost 3,900 Cybertruck pickups to rework or replace accelerator pedals. The company said that when high force is applied to the accelerator, the pedal can dislodge, causing the vehicle to unintentionally speed up and raising the risk of a crash. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander and for Larry Richard. Marty Griffin is here. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. We're trying to do some good. Refuge for Women. A couple of different ways that you can donate to help people that really need your help. You can text HOPE, HOPE, PGH to 53555 or go to refugeforwomen.org/Pittsburgh and give what you can. We're trying to help people. We got Mark Sorrell.
By the way, Mark.
Your kids are amazing, by the way.
They are, man.
What a reflection. You have to be so proud.
I am.
I mean, that's just awesome.
Now, Mark, tell us how you got involved with this amazing shelter and what that actually means, what this place is.
So a good friend of mine, Lee Kreitcher, is one of my best friends.
Yes.
And
one of the ministers at your church.
He's the founding pastor of Amplify. His wife, Linda, got involved in Refuge. She's actually the president of the board of directors of the Pittsburgh Safe House. And so she talked about it a lot. And my wife was actually the one who was really interested in it. You know? And so we decided that we would sponsor a room. That's how we started. Yep. So Oakmont Bakery sponsored a room, then 2 rooms, and now we give regularly. We do whatever we can.
He's insanely generous to the tune of tens of thousands, more than 100,000, quite frankly. And he doesn't like people to know how generous he is, but I don't care because people need to know the greatness of this man and his family. And the facility is unusually gorgeous, Mark.
It is.
Yeah.
He did an unbelievable job.
And it's been, let's be honest, a little frustrating with jumping through the bureaucratic hoops to get it where it needs to be.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
To that end, we have Jay Costa coming in here because he's one of my people because he cares so much and he really stepped up for you.
He makes stuff happen.
He did, and he did make it happen, did he not?
He did. He helped get some of the permitting through when they were having a really hard time getting to certain people that needed to sign off on the permits and things like that. And so I texted him. He immediately called me back, and he got things rolling. There was somebody. He already was a little involved with somebody else from there, and so he's amazing. He really is.
So let's be honest too. You threatened me.
Yes.
And forced me to get. And look, I love the place. I walked through it. It's absolutely. But you pretty much said I will cut you off as a friend, as a sponsor. If you don't help me help this place.
I did ask you to help.
You did, and you rarely do that. By the way, you rarely do that. But you kind of said, "Do it or die," and you just sent your kids to beat me to death with donuts.
That's right.
Hey, on a lighter note, standing behind you is Ricky DiCarlo.
Hey, Rick.
Rick DiCarlo.
Legend.
He's the worst salesperson that ever worked this account. Is that not fair?
No, he was very good. He kept me in line, never gave up.
You banned him. You banned him from working, from coming here because he ate so much.
That's
Did you
not true. That is not true.
Ricky D, man.
He was addicted to sugar.
He was. He was an excellent KDKA salesperson. Kept me on point.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
One of my,
He's the mayor of Bloomfield, for heaven's sake.
the beautiful Lisa,
Come on.
the beautiful Lisa Lucchino
Lisa
one just
Lucchino,
walked in.
Yep.
It's like celebrity sweepstakes in here
It's
right now.
amazing.
It is
By
a
the way,
big deal.
you have made this place like that, like your family. And Paulie asked me a really relevant question. Folks have a horrible time retaining employees, and you don't. Why?
I love that.
Why?
We have a lot of very long-term employees,
Yeah.
and we don't have a gigantic turnover like a lot of places do. I think we treat them like family.
Yep.
We are like a family.
People don't realize the greatest employee in the world is an appreciated employee, and
Yeah.
you appreciate your
We
employees,
really
and that's
do.
why they stay.
And we know we couldn't do it without them, absolutely. And, the longer someone's here, the more important they are to us because they know the business so well, just like our family.
And let me say this about them. I've seen a couple of your fellows come through early this morning that work here. They were convicted felons. And
Yeah.
you gave them new life,
Yeah.
did you not?
Yeah, and they've been here many years.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Excellent
wonderful.
employees,
Wonderful.
very loyal.
That's a risk.
They'd kill for me.
Why do you do it? Oh, you're doing that again.
especially people that don't do what you ask them to do. That's
Like
Marty.
Why do you take that risk, sir?
Well, we're very careful who we hire, even those people. So we interview them, Tony and I, and we decide whether it's worth giving it a shot. And there's some people that we haven't taken, but these we have, and it's worked out really well.
All right, my man. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
All right, we got to see what's happening on the roadways from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Centers. KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Yeah, crews are still on the scene of an accident on the Parkway West outbound. It's blocking the ramp from 79. All Parkway West outbound lanes are currently open, but we're still seeing traffic backing to Roslyn Farms. The inbound Parkway West is stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is solid at Forest Hills. Parkway North still moving well. 65 inbound, we have a 2-lane delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's the KDKA Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Super 7. High school basketball lives on KDKA. And now through Friday at noon, we're set to honor the best boys and girls players in the WPIAL and Pittsburgh City League.
Oh, and a one-handed slam! How about that? Pulls up for three. Oh, and he can't miss!
The KDKA Radio Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Super 7. Vote early. Vote often. Let your voice be heard at kdkaradio.com.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Scattered showers, it's 67 at Pittsburgh International, 8 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Iran fired its air defenses at a major air base and a nuclear site during an apparent Israeli drone attack early today. Speaking at today's G7 meeting, Italy's foreign minister said the U.S. received last-minute information from Israel about the airstrikes. Secretary of State Antony Blinken didn't dispute that and said the U.S. was not involved in any offensive operations.
We're committed to Israel's security. We're also committed to de-escalating.
Israel's airstrikes are a response to Tehran's unprecedented drone and missile assault last weekend. The timing is interesting. Today is the 85th birthday of Iran's supreme leader. Federal investigators in Pittsburgh helped shut down Russian-linked online scams affecting more than 1 million people. News Radio KDKA's Susie Kuhl is live in the newsroom with the details.
Among the victims were 2 elderly Pittsburgh area residents, and according to court documents, one of those victims lost a total of $967 to the online scammer. Federal investigators have seized 4 web domains used to steal personal info, and the effect of the domain seizures was to shut down the LabHost platform. LabHost used its services to create and manage spoofed websites designed to look like the legitimate websites of businesses. Lab host customers use the spoof sites to lure unwitting victims into disclosing their personal info and then using that information to make unauthorized financial transactions at the victim's expense. Live in the newsroom, Susie Cool, News Radio, KDKA.
Human remains were discovered Thursday in Beaver County. Aliquippa police found the remains inside a building on 5th Avenue. Relatives suspect Rakia Griffey's body was found there. She went missing about 2 years ago. Rakia's aunt, Starla Forbes, talked with KDKA TV.
I mean, she was beautiful. I mean, she was very intelligent. She had a lot going on for her. I just ask that the people that knows about this story just keep us in their prayer.
Police say the body had been there for some time. State Police, the District Attorney's Office, and the Coroner's Office are handling the investigation. 2 years after the deadly Northside Airbnb shootings, still no arrests, but the investigation continues, as News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush explains live in the newsroom.
Paul, this week marks 2 years after 2 teenage boys were killed in a mass shooting at a house party in a Northside Airbnb. The early morning shooting on April 17, 2022 killed Jaden Brown and Matthew Steffi Ross, both 17. 9 other people were wounded by gunfire, and others were hurt jumping from second-story windows to escape the shooting. DA Stephen Zappala says evidence is still being processed.
I think it's public knowledge that we had to use a grand jury for that. Beyond that, it's being actively reviewed.
The case went to a grand jury a year ago, and no criminal charges have yet been filed. Live in a newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A major Pittsburgh roadway is set to close this weekend. We have details on that from News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee.
Beginning tonight at 8, PennDOT will close the northbound lanes of the boulevard at the Allies round the clock between Kraft Avenue and Jamonville Street for expansion, dam replacement, and concrete repairs. In addition, the ramps from the boulevard to the inbound Parkway East and the ramp from 5th Avenue to the boulevard will shut down. A detour will be posted. The project is set to wrap up by 6 a.m. Monday. Greg McAtee, News Radio, KDKA.
KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates will start a 3-game series with the Red Sox tonight. Right-hander Quinn Priester will be the Bucs starter. First pitch at 6:40 on 93.7 The Fan. The news is brought to you by LGKG, Western Pennsylvania injury attorneys fighting for the little person. LGKG.com. KDKA Radio News Time 8:04. Time to get to Tom Friday's Market in Brighton Heights for thick, juicy steaks and all your cookout needs. Scattered showers, 67 at Pittsburgh International now. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hello, this is Sarah Botkin, president of Botkin Family Wealth Management, where I work with my dad Les and my brother Lester. Recently, a favorite client, 91 years old, stopped in our office holding a necktie. He was heading to a funeral and explained to me that it had been so long since he tied a tie that he could use some help. He said, "I was going to stop by a car dealership to find a guy wearing a tie who might help me, but then my wife said, 'Go see Les. He'll tie your tie.'" I'm glad that clients trust us as their advisors, and in many cases, their friends. Our office feels like a second home to me, inviting and comfortable, although you won't often see Dad without his tie. He's always told us how important it is to show respect for you and your money by the way we present ourselves and the attentive service we provide. We work as a team at our family firm. Dad and I are certified financial planners, and Lester is a chartered financial analyst. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Centers, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville. Now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Heading inbound on the Parkway West, you're getting in line just over the top of Green Tree Hill. On the outbound Parkway West, we're still seeing residual delays from an earlier accident at the 79 split. Right now, you're getting in line there as you approach that interchange. Parkway East is solid at Forest Hills. No issues on the Parkway North right now, and the HOV lanes are open. 65 inbound has a 2-light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge, and there's an accident in Hampton. This is on Grandview Drive. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will turn out mostly cloudy and mild with some showers through mid-afternoon, even a rumble of thunder, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 45. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, breezy and cooler, high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for On the Money with Secure Money Advisors. Brian Caranta has tips that will make sure your retirement and income plan is ready to help provide you with a comfortable, secure retirement. The Big K Morning Show with Larry and Marty, sponsored by Spitzer Toyota in Monroeville and Spitzer Acura in McMurray.
Pure Pittsburgh. The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert and Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry along with Marty. We're live at the Oakmont Bakery. We're trying to make a stand for refuge for women, trying to make a difference. And your friend from the plumbing company,
Ken.
Yeah, just came in and tried to give you money so we could give it to them.
So I'm going to tell you a quick story.
I mean, this is my kind of guy right there.
I'm going to tell you a quick story about him, and it's a fact. I call him the world's greatest plumber because he is. And he's an insanely cool father and a friend of mine now because you meet these people through our business. And he was doing some plumbing in our house one day, and he was alone. And this is the truth, man. I get home from work, and there's a note on the counter with a $100 bill on it saying, "You can't do it alone." I'm getting choked up just telling you that. And my man came in here this morning and hands me a $100 bill.
Trying to get money away.
Yeah.
Love them.
For this shelter.
Right.
My man, there's greatness in that, right?
Oh, so much. And there is an honest to goodness, and for those of you that are a little tight, those of you that don't, don't give anything away, maybe that's why you're so unhappy.
Nice.
The reason they say it's better to give than to receive, your body produces an actual reaction when you do something for someone else that makes you healthier and makes you happier. So when you see people that are unhappy, they're not doing nearly enough for other people.
So I got to tell this story in relation to what Paul just said. One of the kindest men I ever met, his name's Ed Dunlap, owned the largest commercial roofing company in America.
Wow.
And I can tell you this story now because he's passed, and so, but he was so
I
kind.
love this story.
Paulie, if I'm lying, I'm dying. My man would call me, and he'd see us out, and he'd see that there was a roof that needed replaced, and they can be very expensive.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And he would call me on the phone and say, "I'll put the roof on that house, but if you tell anyone, I'll never do it again." I am not, Paul, and he probably did that a dozen times.
Wow.
I could spend the next week telling you stories about anonymous men and women who just want to make a difference. To what you say, they get greatness from it.
It is what gives you a feeling of purpose. It gives you a feeling of giving back, and just seeing. And again, I really, I've met Mark before, but I didn't, he's not one of my boys yet. Right. He's not one of my guys or anything. But to see and meet his kids, and I know he has other kids we haven't met, but Tony and Kristen.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Along the lines of this greatness, I was telling you how I was with some homeless folks 2 days ago with Bethany Hallam. And one of the women had a third-degree burn on her foot from a space heater. She had fallen asleep in a tent. And she had a recluse spider bite. Patrick, can you come over here real quick? On her calf muscle.
And that can be fatal.
Well, Patrick's smart about this stuff. That recluse bite, because I don't know jack about it, but you did. That immediately the warning lights went off for you, did it not?
Well, yeah, as soon as I saw that on her leg, it looks like a target. So brown recluse spider bites are poisonous. It has a big circle, and in the middle, it's like a bullseye. And in the bullseye, that's where the spider bite is. And the venom goes in there, and essentially it rots your skin out.
Going around, yeah.
Yeah, from the inside out.
Oh. No wonder people are definitely afraid of spiders.
And you thought that she was at risk at this point?
Absolutely. Without treating it. I grew up in the South where we have a lot of brown recluses around, And it's one of the things that you have to watch out. My mother was immunocompromised, so it's more serious for people like that, but and children. And I guess since our winters have been milder, we're having more and more of these, poisonous spiders and insects out there.
So, along those lines, Paul.
I hope my wife didn't hear that. She's already deathly afraid of spiders.
There's an Operation Safety Net that was started by this amazing Dr. Jim Withers. The guy's a saint. Spends most of his time on the street saving lives. And Patrick was watching this happen in real time. I text him. Within 10 minutes, he has nurses headed there and doctors headed there to save this woman's leg.
Yeah.
And he does this.
Is there a venom or is there?
What do they do?
How do they reverse that?
I'm not sure what the current treatments are for it. I mean, I know antibiotic cream, if it's early, is enough for adults typically. But, for someone who's living on the streets, who knows where their immune system is? You know they're not getting great nutrition.
Well, and she didn't want to go to the hospital.
Well, yeah. She didn't want to go to the hospital for the third-degree burn on her foot or the spider bite.
And so he brought the hospital to her, Paul, which is the point you're making about.
Right.
This doctor is so humble and does most of his greatest work in the middle of the night alone.
Yeah.
It's the, Paul, what you say is so profound.
And it's just
the satisfaction of it.
Sadly, in this country, in this world, we really stay away from helping those that need it the most.
Nice.
I mean, think about our veterans, the rate of suicide, all the things that are going on, women that are being sex trafficked. I mean, why we're here today, they need the most help, and they're the ones being ignored the most.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Patrick, tell Paul and our listeners how impressive this facility is. This refuge
you
for
were
women.
inside
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh, this facility is amazing. In fact, in just a few minutes, I'll share the story that we did. We shot a video down there with Ariana Bazzi several months ago, and we got a tour. It's amazing. I believe there's 10 rooms in there that they can rescue these women and give them a path back to a normal life.
And because of the piece we aired, an anonymous donor sent a $50,000 check and said, please, it's along the lines of what you're saying, Paul. Didn't want her name out there, just wanted to save some lives.
Yeah. And it's not a place that they're just giving them, 3 hots and a cot.
Right.
They're giving them classes. Yep. They're giving them clothing, shelter, medical care.
Nice.
They have nurses. They have mental health care. I mean, it's an amazing facility. What they're doing really is phenomenal.
It's beautiful.
And I had no idea, and this is, again, we bring it up, that Pittsburgh right now, the 67th largest city in the country, we are the 10th largest problem with victims of sex trafficking in the country. Why is that? And if we're not, proactive about it, if we're not doing things like this, what are we doing?
That's right. So throw out that number for us again, please, if someone wants to help donate.
So sure, there's 2 ways to donate. You can send a text message, HOPE-PGH to 53555. It'll prompt you through everything you need to do from there. And the other way is to go to their website, refugeforwomen.org/Pittsburgh. The donation portal is in there. You can enter your credit card information and take care of that.
And here's another motivation. Whatever is given today will be matched by Mark here at Oakmont Bakery.
Up to $10,000.
And he also said, and by the way, if we happen to somehow miraculously go over that number, he will too.
Oh, wow.
So let's get there. I mean, let's make it, let's give till it hurts. Let's give till it hurts.
Patrick, you're kind of a food snob. What do you think of the, no, he is, he'll admit that. What do you think of the dosant, brother?
I love it.
21 layers.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, I love it, too.
I didn't realize he had that many layers.
I didn't either.
Wow. It's a 21-layer salute.
That's a labor of love to make.
I also didn't realize, Paul and Patrick, how much butter is in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You doing?
I mean, that's what makes everything good.
I guess it is.
That's exactly
buttery
what matters.
croissant.
Like butter.
Butter.
All right, like butter. Heather Zambito's like butter. Let's get to her from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. It's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather.
Good morning. Well, I wish I could say our roadways were running like butter, but the Parkway East and Parkway West, at least, are not. Let's start with the Parkway West. The good news there is that the earlier accident at the 79 split has been cleared. Most of the residual delays are also clear. We're still seeing a little bit of a slowdown as you approach the 79 split, and then a typical slowdown for this time of the day approaching Campbell's Run on the outbound side. On the inbound Parkway West, you're stacking up just after you crest the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is is slowing at Forest Hills as you make your way into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. 79 on the northbound side through that construction. We're seeing the sort of constant stop and go of traffic as you get into that construction area all the way through the S-Bends and up to the Neville Island Bridge. And Parkway North, though, that's our gold star for this morning. No delays, and the HOV lanes are open. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
When it's time to upgrade your windows and doors, do you want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a project you might have to redo in a few years? Or do you want to do the job once and do it right? Paul Alexander here to tell you about Renewal by Andersen. Their parent company, Andersen, is a family-owned business who's made windows and doors for over 120 years. Renewal by Andersen's windows and doors are crafted right here in the U.S. and are custom built for your home. They're made of Fibrex, a composite that's twice as strong as vinyl, and they're backed by a 20-year warranty. So, when you want to do the job once and do it right, think Renewal by Andersen. And now, during their triple savings event, buy 4 more units, save $400 on every window and $850 on every patio and entry door through the month of April. Special financing is available. Call 412-448-9090. 412-448-9090. That's 412-448-9090. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for additional details.
Hey, I got a question. You hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you could just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoe for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you don't need to touch to put on, and it's only from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. And these are not your standard slip-on shoes. This is the next level slip-in technology, so it's even easier. How do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. And it also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers, and you can even put them on with your hands full. What, are you rushing out the door with your kids? No problem. Just step in them and go. Look, we all hate bending over and struggling to put on our dirty, old, germy shoes, but now, just get Skechers Slip-ins and never touch your shoes again. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
We heard from Bob Pierce from Robert Pierce and Associates. And I'll tell you why it's so important. We're talking about assessments. They are the true insiders. They are the true gurus. Folks, if you use them to file your appeal, they can save you thousands of dollars. I'm telling you, they've been doing this for decades. They have the true experience in this assessment war. You don't want to do this alone. And by the way, you got about a month to get this done. You got about a month to save this money on your assessment. And you got to do it with Robert Pierce and Associates. Call them right now. Tell them you need help with your assessment. 412-281-7229. 412-281-7229. Robert Pierce and Associates.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get 3 rooms Zero Resified starting at $129. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and book your appointment today.
Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by with a preview for what's coming up at 8:30. Paul.
A trend of wet and warmer than average weather is coming to an end. We'll tell you what to expect coming up at 8:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Convenience, quality, and great prices.
Oh, wait, for however you like to shop at your local Coons Market.
In-store shopping every day with convenient hours at all 8 Coons locations.
Or order online, then stop by Coons for each curbside pickup.
Or shop online and have your Coons items delivered directly to your home the same day.
Coons knows your time is precious and makes grocery shopping convenient. Coons makes special prices convenient as well, such as...
In the Coons Bakery, assorted fruit-filled mini Danish 10-count packages, just $5 each. Freshly made in the Coons Deli, ham or roast beef pretzel bun sandwiches, only $4.99 each. And selected varieties of United Dairy Golden Ice Cream, 48-ounce cartons, 2 for $6.
Great savings.
Coons gives you the convenience of how you want to shop with savings you can see on your Coons Rewards card.
Shop at one of Coons' 8 locations or shop online at coonsmarket.com for convenient home delivery or curbside pickup.
Coons Market,
a Pittsburgh tradition.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry. Marty hanging out.
Jay Costa.
Some of his boys.
One of my favorites.
You know what was so cool is as Jay walked in, he was on the big screen,
Oh, he's
like
a
right
star.
above us.
He's a star, you know.
It was a moment.
He's
I
a
mean,
big-
that was a moment.
He's
I
a
mean,
big
it
shot.
was really kind of cool. I thought it would, was cool. Good morning.
How are you, man?
I'm doing well, thanks. Good to be here with
Thanks
you guys
for
today.
hanging.
No problem.
Do you eat this stuff?
All the time.
Do you?
All the time. Too much, in fact.
Oh, it's so good.
Have you tried this dosant, man?
I have not. I have
You
to
gotta
go-
try the dosant.
You have
I'll
to.
do it.
21 layers.
Oh my goodness,
It's
yeah.
the combination of a donut and a croissant. The dosant.
These guys make fabulous bakeries.
So how long have we known each other? At least 20 years.
At least, yes. Yep.
And I yell and scream, but you don't. You've always been very
calm, collected.
How do you maintain that in the madness of politics?
You try to do the best you can in terms
Yeah.
of, understand what's happening. And like you said, be reasonable, recognize that, sometimes the yelling and screaming and pounding the table is not necessary. If you just take time to understand what's taking place, understand the issues, and understand the advocacy from both sides, for example, on an issue, then I think you just the way you do it. That's my nature, to be able to
It
be
is.
calm in that regard.
You have always been like that. And for the listeners out there, even in adversarial situations, which we've been in from time to time, you
Yep.
never say no and you always respond.
Yep.
Why is that? A lot of politicians say blank you, Marty. Kiss my blank you.
Not just politicians,
Yeah, regular people.
No, I think
Why is that?
We
You
have
always respond.
We always have an obligation to communicate to the public. That's our responsibility. We represent them. We represent their collective interests in our government, and we owe it to them to be able to explain to them what's happening, what's taking place, why people are taking positions on a different issue, and why I may be in a different place than you might be, or whatever. So that's our responsibility to the public. We represent their interests in Harrisburg and some in Washington, of course, and that's what we're supposed to do.
There's always a greater good, right?
There's a greater good. I mean, that's exactly the public needs to be informed about what's taking place. I think that when we do that, they understand the positions, and I think it helps lower the temperature as well.
Guy Reschenthal is a friend.
Sure.
And he was a state leader at one time.
He worked with us in Harrisburg. As
He said something to me that I wanted to mention to you. He said back in the day when he was a state leader, he could drive there, propose a bill, get it passed and funded within months. He hates Washington because he says he'd like to quit because they get nothing done. And people pick on state leaders saying they don't accomplish much, but they actually do. Why does it work better in Pennsylvania and Harrisburg than it does in Washington?
So it's frustrating because in Harrisburg, State Senator then Guy Reschenthal was able to get bills passed because he was a Republican and he was in a Republican majority. And at the time, the Republicans controlled the House and the Senate. Guy now feels now he feels how I felt for all these years. As a Democrat in a minority, we're not able to get our bills passed. You know, I will tell you, the House Democrats, who now in control of the majority party in the House, have sent over 258 separate and distinct bills to the Senate. And then 95% of them still sit in committee. So there's such a partisan divide with respect to policy issues that is frustrating. So that's why I think Guy's experiencing what, you know, I experienced when he was sitting in the chamber with me when he was getting his bills passed. We weren't.
Jay, can you hang on us to the break?
Absolutely.
Talk about this wonderful refuge for women.
In the meantime, we have to get to traffic from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. It's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. Crews have cleared the earlier accident on the Parkway West outbound, and it's back up to speed. No issues there. The inbound Parkway West, it's typical delay spots at the top of Green Tree Hill as you make your way down to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Parkway East is stacking up just past Wilkinsburg at Forest Hills as you head into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway North is still moving well, and the HOV lanes are open. 65 has about a 2-light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge, and we're seeing some sluggish and stop-and-go traffic on 28 from about Millvale to the north side. With AAA Traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
As you know, I've had cancer treatment. The chemotherapy radiation jacked up my balance, big time. Got to hold on to railings, up and down stairs, feel uneasy doing any sort of hiking. I've even fallen a few times. I need help. I found it. I'm serious. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, game-changing physical therapy. One-on-one patient treatment at Physical. They're experts in dizziness and balance disorders, knee and back pain, cutting-edge technology. Physical, 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
He's known worldwide as the voice of romance. Johnny Mathis, live in concerts. The Voice of Romance Tour, July 28th, Heinz Hall. Over 65 years of romance continues in an evening to remember with the legendary Johnny Mathis. Reserve seats on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at HeinzHall.org, the box office, and by phone.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's also what a lot of us lack in our basement or garage. By switching to a Navien tankless water heater, not only will you have all the hot water you need whenever you need it, but you'll gain storage area as well. Maybe a place to display your space collectibles. Highly logical. Learn about Navien's series of high-efficiency tankless water heaters and how they don't just save space, but save dollars on your utility bills too. For more, go to tanklessmadesimple.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-790-1400. 800-790-1400.
It's one of the most difficult works ever written for the piano, full of finger-twisting madness. The pianist it was written for refused to play it, so to hear it performed live is a magical experience. Now, the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra performs Rachmaninoff's gorgeously romantic and fiery third piano concerto, along with Lesch's Dante Symphony, April 19th and 21st. Tickets start at just $25 at pittsburghsymphony.org.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Scattered showers and 67 at 8:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your perfect new roof and a lifetime warranty, trust PJ.com. A woman's shelter providing emergency housing is seeking donations today. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has more live in the newsroom.
That's right, Paul. Refuge for Women is the country's largest housing program for victims of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. The organization offers safe housing with a 24-hour-a-day staffing to assist them in reaching their goals. On the Big K Morning Show, Ronnie Millich, Community Engagement Coordinator at Refuge for Women, said our kids are under attack every day.
We all carry around a phone. The kids all have access to game stations and everything that we didn't have growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And the traffickers know that, and they spend their days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, targeting our children.
Oh.
To make a donation, text HOPE, PGH, to 53555 or through their website, refugeforwomen.org/Pittsburgh. With each contribution, families are touched, hope is given, and lives are saved. Live in a newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Well, just when Pittsburgh was getting used to warmer weather, cold conditions return this weekend. News Radio KDK's Susie Cool has more on that live in the newsroom.
While this week saw temperatures in the 70s and 80s, this weekend can see numbers dip back down to the 30s and 40s. And AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore says,
keep that in mind Saturday night into early Sunday and Sunday night into Monday, especially areas that are protected, the low-lying areas where that cold air sinks in. Those are the areas that could get frosty here those 2 nights.
and here's a tip for this weekend from expert gardener Doug Oster if you're worried about your plants.
Watch carefully for the weather. Watch carefully where those temperatures are going to go, and if it's for sure that it's going to get, below 32, you're going to have to cover these types of plants, these tender plants, up.
You can expect the cooler weather to stick around for another week in the Berg. Susie Cool, News Radio, KDKA.
KDKA Sports brought to you by Nasco Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call Nasco Roofing at 412-373-2000. And by Coons Quality Foods, your Pittsburgh hometown grocery. Now, the Pirates have called up Quinn Priester, and he's expected to start tonight in the series opener against Boston. Catch the game on 93.7 The Fan at 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time, 8:32. Time to call Shenderovich and Fishman. Why pay 40% when you can pay 25%? Call 888-98-TWINS. Our next update at 9. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Pittsburgh, don't use the spring to paint your house. Do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
Rhino Shield ceramic technology is formulated for our unique climate here in Pittsburgh.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And now get the protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
If you want jazz music, go to New Orleans. Bagels has to be New York. Skiing, Colorado, every time. And for psychics, think California Psychics. When you want the best, some places are better than others. That's why at CaliforniaPsychics.com, home of free spirits, big dreams, and open minds, we know better than anyone what makes a good psychic. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. We connect you with the very best, so we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So whatever direction you want to take your life, you know where to start. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychic.
Pluto TV won't cost you a thing because everything is free. Just download the app, which, by the way, is free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. We've got a report of a vehicle fire on 79 northbound. This is around the Coriopolis Neville Island interchange. We're seeing traffic building back into the S-Bends for that. On the Parkway West inbound, traffic is lining up the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is slowing at Forest Hills. And 28, we're seeing a slowdown begin around Millvale. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will be a mostly cloudy, mild day with some showers around through mid-afternoon. The high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 45. Breezy and cooler tomorrow with intervals of clouds and sun and a high of 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Spring is in the air at PA's #1 volume Kia dealer, ShorkeyKia.com. With 3 locations and 500 vehicles, we're making lots of deals. New 2024 Kia Sportage, $259 a month for 24 months with $27.99 due at signing. New 2024 Kia Telluride, $399 a month for 24 months with $39.99 due at signing. And backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. North Huntington, Wexford, and Uniontown, ShorkeyKia.com. See dealer for details.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
The Big K Morning Show. Larry and Marty, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander in for Larry. We're with Marty Griffin, my man. And we're going to now go out to Joseph Elliott. And, Marty, this guy's going to put together a pretty special dinner from what I understand.
Chef is the man at the William Penn World's Greatest Hotel. It is, actually.
Oh, it is. I love that
the joint.
place.
I love the joint.
Love it.
Chef, good morning. How are you, brother?
Great. How are you?
Great, man. It's a pleasure to have you. So, real quick, we have this warm-a-thon every year. We raise about $200,000 to help keep people's homes.
Keep the heat on.
And every year we have a dinner with myself and my wife. They have no interest in meeting me. They have no interest in... I'm a pain in the ass. I'm kind of annoying.
Kind of?
Yeah. But my wife is insanely beautiful. She's my unicorn, I call her. 1 in a billion. And we have this dinner every year at a special joint. And this year, it's at the William Penn and a special meal from the chef. Chef, you looking forward to this, my friend?
Oh, certainly. For one, I'm looking forward to reopening the Parish Room and for the community. And also, this is a great cause.
Hey, Chef, tell us what we're going to be eating, my friend.
When you come in, we're going to do some past hors d'oeuvres. What we're doing is little small mini lobster rolls, kind of like what you're getting from New England. And then also little mini Big Mac platters. I put those on there because they came from Uniontown originally, so I wanted to do something local there as well. And then we're doing Carnaroli arancini, which is a rice balls with risotto with summer trouble mascarpone and spicy pepper aioli.
Whoa.
And then going down through the courses, we're doing oysters Rockefeller for a first course. Second course, we're doing a tuna, like a crudo out of yellowtail on a tuna campace.
Whoa.
Pea soup. Limoncello granita, which is like an Italian ice. I have some scallops just getting flown in this morning from Block Island Sound outside of Island. And then beef Wellington Perigordine, very classic preparation of that. And then we're going to do a tasting of chocolate for the final course.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Jay Costa's here. Jay, you listening? You liking this, aren't you, brother?
I'm liking it.
I'm getting really hungry.
I am, too, and I'm a big fan of William Penn as well.
Oh,
I leave down there frequently, yep.
My wife and I spend every New Year's Eve there.
Is that right?
Just
Yes.
for fun.
Yep.
Just for fun.
And they donated this, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wonderful, yeah.
Wow.
And this chef is the man. He's a legend. I'm serious about this. And this is a big night to open up this restaurant again at the world's greatest hotel. And all of it goes to charity. Chef, I love what you're doing, man. It's a hell of a thing. We really
Terrace room back open. How cool is that?
It's beautiful, right? Right, Jay?
It's the most beautiful building
It really
we have.
is.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, great. The William Penn, the Union
Grand
Trust
Concourse.
building,
Yeah.
all that kind of just beautiful scenes.
We have so much great architecture in Pittsburgh.
Chef, I know you have long days. So we really appreciate you, man. We really do. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef. Man, you're going to eat well tomorrow. Damn.
I went and stayed there on a very special night for myself and my wife. And we had 6 rooms that were all, it was where the president stays.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I've never stayed there.
we played this game of Find Your Naked Wife, and I did. You know what I'm saying, Paulie?
She probably tried like hell not to be found. So you won, you won and she lost.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how that game went.
She probably hates me telling these stories. Jay Costa, on a more serious note, I love him because he doesn't mess around.
He
He's
gets
never
things
said
done.
no. Yes, let's talk about the value to you of this shelter.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, why?
I mean, there's so many women and others across this country that are looking for refuge from human trafficking, human sex trafficking, and a very volatile, very serious situation when you try to remove yourself from that situation. And we need places that people are able to go and not be recognized, not be known, and to be able to help them extract themselves from that. First, that's first and foremost. Then going beyond that to be able to get them the support and the help that they need, the wraparound services to be able to help them transition back into society. Most instances, I imagine, with a new location and the like. So it's not easy and it's important, but this is tremendous and important work, and I'm so pleased that here in our region we have a place like this here.
Jay, how alarming is it that we're the 67th largest city in the country, and we're number 10 in sex trafficking right here in the city of Pittsburgh?
It's very alarming, and it's scary, and you wonder why that's happening. And I think at the end of the day, we got to find ways to be able to reverse those numbers. Obviously, to reduce where the numbers are, but more importantly, have a place for folks to go who have been impacted. That to me is extremely important. That's why I was really pleased to be able to work with these guys and help navigate through some of the bureaucracy in Harrisburg.
Well, this isn't just rhetoric. You help them get through the crap. Honestly, man. And right now, you're trying to get tell us what you're trying to do right now for them.
Well, we call it bureaucracy, and we work through the bureaucracy. And but being able to have a voice in Harrisburg that I have, I'm able to work with them certainly through the permitting and the like. And I know that we talked about Governor Shapiro earlier, Marty. I mean, what he's done with permitting and how he's reduced the period of time the permits are going out the door, it's incredible. Like dropping it like 75%. But at the end of the day, we work with them to do that stuff. And now we know we have a challenge with respect to a third floor egress, and that's what we're working on. So we're going to go try to find the resources to be able to do that, and I think we'll be successful. That'll make more spaces available in the facility, which is we're excited about.
Who can help speed up the Medicaid process that would fund them by almost 50%?
That's right, Paul.
So we're working on that. I think we've got through the initial stages. I know that once these permits are not easy to get, and I think they just need to have folks who are on top of it, that it's always on the top of the pile on the desk that's in Harrisburg, and that's some of the things we're able to do. But I think this administration has taken great steps to accelerate the permitting process, which I think is a very good thing, and I think as we go forward, these type of situations won't be as cumbersome or burdensome as they have been.
And one thing the governor has been very strident about is this $12 billion surplus. I think there's a lot of great places where that money can go. Well, why don't we do a much better job of getting that $12 billion to situations like this?
You're exactly right. We have a surplus, a significant surplus, and we have the opportunity to use some of those resources. It's about making investments and prioritizing investments. And then once you prioritize them, following through and putting into place a plan that implements what you're trying to do. So listen, I'm a believer we need to spend those resources. I would tell you, like 8 years ago, our rainy day fund, which is now $7 billion,
yes.
We maybe had $500,000 in rainy day fund.
Whoa.
That's where it was when Governor Wolf took office, and now we are, in large part thanks to the federal government. They've been a big part of that, but we've been also good stewards of the resources that we have. But now we're in a position to make investments, and that's what the governor's talking about, whether it be in education with historic education investments, which we now need to take a look at, and economic development. He's come out with a 10-year economic development plan that really addresses 5 sectors of our economy, including here agriculture, innovation, manufacturing, all those type of things that we need to make investments in. He wants to be part of that. He's pushing our Commonwealth there and wants to put some of those resources, Paul, you talked about, into those programs to be able to do that. But for Pittsburgh and Allegheny County, the innovation piece is outstanding. It's huge. We need to be able to do that. He's only starting with $20 million. That'll set the foundation, but going forward, year after year after year, growing that number, we become a place where life sciences, other type of biomedical stuff is going to go on. We become that hub for this country as well as some of the other places.
Hey,
it's exciting.
But it goes to pushback though, because I could sit Kim Ward right beside you, and I love her.
Yep, I get along well.
She would tell you you're full of crap. He's full of crap. You're going to blow through the surplus and end up raising taxes. And how do I know this? Because she told me that.
I don't agree with that.
But hold on, this is the great divide you mentioned, is it not?
This is it, yes. You're exactly right. That's the belief of the other side, that we need to continue to hold on to these resources because the projections, 5-6 years out, are not rosy. But at the end of the day, you have to recognize that the resources we're collecting today, 5 years ago, they would have told us a different story. Our economy now in Pennsylvania, we're going to end this fiscal year, in addition to the other $7 billion we have in our surplus. So we have 7 in the rainy day fund, pretty much 7 or so in surplus we're running. We're going to add another $500 million of excess tax revenue that we projected back in June. So we're well positioned as an economy. We're doing well here in the region and the Commonwealth, but we also have to make investments. And when you make investments, especially when you make them in the economic development space, when we do the $500 million in putting fixing these places for big businesses to come, a whole bunch of other things, that grows your tax base, and that's how it's sustainable going forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Jay,
Thanks for having me.
God bless you, my friend.
We'll do our best. Thanks, everyone. All the best to you
Really
guys.
cool. Has
Marty,
always been cool.
Great to see you here, Marty.
Thanks, man.
Take
Nice
care.
seeing
Thanks,
you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, man.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Centers, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and by Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Well, all lanes of 79 northbound are currently closed as crews address an accident that's about 2 miles before Mount Nebo. Traffic is backing right now to before Neville Island into the S-Bends on 79 northbound. Inbound Parkway West stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound is back up to speed. Parkway East is jammed at Forest Hills. No issues right now on the Parkway North, and the HOV lanes are open. 65 inbound, 2 light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. AAA traffic on the 5s. I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
When you go through a stretch of weather like we've had with the heavy rains and the high winds, it can tear apart your roof and siding. You need the expertise of JP Roofing and Siding, Owens Corning MVPs, and one of only 20 companies in the country awarded for their service excellence. Bottom line is, it's the most important part of your home, the roof over your head. You should have experts take care of it. It starts with a simple free estimate and a phone call at 412-829-7711. Joe Potocznik and his team, and Joe's been doing this for 43 years now. They really know their stuff. And Joe will give you $500 off any roof or siding installation project. So if you have an issue, if it's an insurance claim, they'll walk you through the process A to Z. JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Thanks, Joe.
Each year, UPMC performs the highest number of heart catheterization procedures in the region.
UPMC is doing amazing things with catheter-based therapies. There's a lot of technology out there that has really transformed medicine and can really benefit our patients. We have a variety of procedures to treat the most complex diseases, to help patients feel better and regain their quality of life.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by with a preview of what's coming up at the top of the hour.
Israel promised a military response to last week's Iranian attack, and it happened overnight. We'll have the latest coming up at 9 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
For more than 103 years, News Radio KDKA has been your source for election coverage.
This is KDKA. We shall now broadcast the election returns.
The tradition lives on Tuesday night at 6. Your vote matters, and so does your voice. Let's talk about it on Tuesday, Pennsylvania Primary 2024. On the voice of Pittsburgh 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
On May 8th, finally returning to Pittsburgh for one night only at the Byam Theater. The greatest big band of all time, the Glenn Miller Orchestra. An evening of jazz, swing, and timeless classics. From New York, the Glenn Miller Orchestra.
Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Yes.
Tickets on sale now at the Theater Square box office.
Boy, you can give me a shine.
Online at trustarts.org or by phone. Presented by DDA. The Glenn Miller Orchestra, May 8th at the Byam Theater.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people?
Oh, that's Flo and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Welcome back. It is the Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander sitting in for Larry. Happy Friday, everybody. Marty, one thing that we know, having been in this business as long as we have, and just go read anything or go get on social media for a while, truth is always stranger than fiction. You can't make up stuff that we see every day. You can't.
So,
and this might be as weird as anything I've ever seen self-done.
Self-annihilation.
It's career suicide, in my opinion.
So a young lady who was actually a talented sportscaster, very young, at a local station. I'm not going to name her, but you'll get the gist of this. She wasn't fired. Her contract wasn't renewed.
Correct.
Fine. And as a statement, she put this video out on social media. So this is public. We're not going into her private life.
You're actually just hearing the audio isn't going to be nearly as bad as seeing it.
But she put this out there, folks.
Yep.
And it's going viral because it's so
whacked.
What is it, Paulie? Different.
Whacked.
Play it, Samantha. Please.
So I no longer have a job. I no longer have a job. I no longer have a job.
Oh.
I no longer have a job.
Okay.
I worked in the television industry for almost 9 years. 9 years. And now, I no longer have a job. What am I going to do, you ask? Well, I got time. I got time, baby. I got time to think about it. But what I am going to do is enjoy that time.
Yeah.
Because you see, for 9 years, I have worked on weekends every single week.
Whoa.
I've never had a weekend off. Ever. In 9 years. But now, catch me outside.
Yeah.
On a Saturday.
Sure.
On a Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I know I'll be there.
You go, girl.
Because I no longer have a job.
Whoa.
And that's how I'm feeling right now.
How you doing?
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be enjoying this time, baby. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I don't think.
There you have it, Paulie.
I mean, all of the television news directors that are out there now, I don't think they're lining up.
There's a resume tape
to
for you.
change her situation, and their current situation is what? She no longer has a job.
And we're not trying to destroy her or shame her. She put that out there on TikTok. She wants the world to see this.
And again, the visual, she does these little moves and little dance things that are just even more bizarre than what you heard.
She has a rhythm to her.
Or a lack thereof. Wow.
She doesn't have a job.
Yeah, that's what I gathered. And
how you doing?
I'm not going to say. Yeah.
No, we're done.
I can't say
But
anything else.
they didn't renew her contract, which happens a lot in
It
this
does.
business.
Been there.
It's happened to me.
Been there.
It's happened to all of us.
Been there.
And I no longer had a job.
I never once said that to anyone.
It's one of the most unusual things I've ever seen in my career.
That's up there.
I've seen it all 3 times.
Oh, I know.
Good luck to her.
Good luck.
How you doing?
Because for now, she no longer has a job.
And for now, we have a job.
Yeah, we do. And we
All
have
right.
one to do. And right now, my job is to get us to traffic. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis in Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito, who has a job.
That's right. Well, the left lane of 79 northbound is reopened after being closed for crews to clear an accident. This is about 2 miles before Mount Nebo. Traffic on 79 north is backing to before Neville Island into the S-Bends. Inbound Parkway West stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is still solid from Forest Hills to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway North up to speed. The HOV lanes are open. 28, we're seeing some sluggish traffic. Really, it's pretty stop and go from the Etna bypass to the north side, but there are periods where you get back up to speed. And 65 inbound still looking at a 2-lane delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Does your health insurance make you sick? Are you paying too much and receiving too little in return? Talk with me or one of my licensed agents at West Penn Life and Health. Hi, I'm Tom Jacobin, agency owner at West Penn Life and Health. If you qualify, we may save you up to 50% or more on your health insurance premium. We think outside the box with free market health plans you've probably never even heard of. West Penn Life and Health, 724-228-7187 or westpennhealth.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
So, Oakmont Bakery is bringing back the dough song. Larry, you know what that is? It's made daily, April 4th through May 30th. The dough song combines the shape of a creamy interior of a donut, and the creamy exterior of flaky layers of a croissant. See? It's available in plain, vanilla, cream, and fresh strawberry. Let me say this. I've had it, and I love it. You know why? Because it's delicious. Oakmont Bakery. Check it out.
It's the final days of Diamonds Direct Spring Sale. This is your last chance to get 20% off store-wide. Plus, book an appointment and you'll get an additional $100 off your purchase. You don't want to miss this. 20% off rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and more. Tons of engagement rings on sale, too. And a huge selection of the latest styles with in-store designer appearances. 20% off ends this Sunday. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Spring is coming and winter will be thawing out. Broken brick, cracked mortar, and chimney damage will follow. Call the restoration company the Pittsburghers prefer and trust. Precision Pointing. Whether it's brick pointing, chimney repair, retaining walls, stonework, restoration cleaning, or anything masonry, Precision Pointing can fix it. Fully licensed and insured, offering senior, military, and first responder discounts. No money down and financing is available. Call and schedule your free estimate today at 724-WE-POINT or online. It's precisionpointing.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Light rain and 62 at 9 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Iran fired its air defenses at a major air base and a nuclear site overnight during an apparent Israeli drone attack. Speaking at today's G7 meeting, Italy's foreign minister said the U.S. received last-minute information from Israel about the airstrikes. Secretary of State Antony Blinken didn't dispute that, saying,
"We're committed to Israel's security. We're also committed to de-escalating."
Israel's strikes are a response to Tehran's unprecedented drone and missile assault last weekend. The attack comes on the 85th birthday of Iran's supreme leader. The Big K Morning Show is teaming up with Oakmont Bakery to support Refuge for Women in Pittsburgh. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has details live in the newsroom.
That's right, Paul. Refuge for Women provides a safe place for women who are victims of sex trafficking. While this problem feels international in its scope, it's very much a local issue. In fact, it's happening in our community. On the Big K Morning Show, Ronnie Millich, Community Engagement Coordinator at Refuge for Women, says, watch out for online video game chat features.
Anybody can talk to your child, and if you're not sitting there next to them, there's been instances where in Roblox, and I don't have this because my kids are older, but people have come in and simulated having relations with a 9-year-old girl in her home.
Refuge for Women is a nonprofit, faith-based organization helping women overcome these challenges. To make a donation, text HOPE PGH to 53555 or through their website, refugeforwomen.org/Pittsburgh. Live in the newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Federal investigators in Pittsburgh helped shut down a Russian-linked online scam affecting more than 1 million people. News Radio KDK's Susie Kuhl is live in the newsroom with that.
Among the victims were 2 elderly Pittsburgh area residents, and according to court documents, one of the victims lost a total of $967 to the online scammer. Federal investigators have seized 4 web domains used to steal personal info, and the effect of the domain seizures was to shut down the LabHost platform. LabHost used its services to create and manage spoofed websites designed to look like the legitimate websites of businesses. LabHost customers use the spoofed sites to lure unwitting victims into disclosing their personal info and then use that information to make unauthorized financial transactions at the victim's expense. Susie Cole, News Radio, KDKA.
New this hour, an Allegheny County Sheriff's deputy was assaulted Thursday afternoon in front of the courthouse. The Sheriff's Office says it happened during the lunch hour. The man is accused of trying to punch Deputy Kyle Klein several times after he walked out of the courthouse. Tyrone Kelly was subdued and arrested. The deputy has no significant injuries. KDKA Sports, the Pirates start a 3-game series with the Red Sox tonight. Right-hander Quinn Priester is the Bucs starter. First pitch at 6:40 on 93.7 The Fan. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, installing most roofs in just one day. Trust PJ.com. And by the injury attorneys at LGKG, your home team. LGKG.com. KDKA Radio News Time 9:03. Light rain and 62 in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Coon's 2-day sale, April 17th and 18th only.
All natural center cut whole boneless pork loins, just $1.78 per pound with reward card savings. And selected varieties of Peppered Farm Goldfish, 6 to 8 ounce packages, only $1.78 each.
Spring has sprung at Bowser Subaru, and we're rolling out the savings. Say goodbye to winter and hello to adventure with incredible deals on the 2024 Subaru Forester. Experience the ultimate blend of versatility, performance, and safety in the Subaru Forester, the perfect companion for all your springtime journeys. And here's something that'll make your wallet happy. Drive home the 2024 Subaru Forester with a fantastic rate of just 1.9% for 48 months or 2.9% for 72 months. But don't wait. Visit BowserSubaru.com today to find your Subaru Forester before these spring savings are gone. For well-qualified buyers with credit approval and financing through SMFL, see Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends April 30th. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry and Marty, sponsored by Spitzer Toyota in Monroeville and Spitzer Acura in McMurray.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Centers, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good news, both lanes of 79 northbound are reopened after being closed for crews to clear an accident. This is about 2 miles before Mount Nebo. Traffic on 79 North is backing before Neville Island through the S-Bends and back to Forest Grove Road. Inbound Parkway West stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is jammed at Wilkinsburg. No issues right now on the Parkway North, and 28 is pretty heavy and slow from Millvale down to the north side. AAA traffic on the 5s. I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy and mild today. Some showers, even a stray thunderstorm, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 45. Tomorrow, breezy and cooler with clouds and sun, the high 57. There may be some frost in places tomorrow night. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, can anyone explain what the Medicare donut hole means? MediConnect can. Their experts help simplify the process, get you the best price for your prescriptions. And even better, they provide their service at no cost, no obligation, just great information, making them the #1 Medicare resource in the tri-state area. Don't miss this opportunity. Understand and adjust your plan to this pending change for 2025. Connect with MediConnect now to learn more. 888-818-6334 or MediConnectInsurance.com.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I think guys like them too. Anyway, it's April's birthstone, and Moses Jewelers in Seven Fields has diamond jewelry styles ranging from classic diamond stud earrings to today's most stylish looks. And if you've had a diamond ring for a while, why not consider upgrading that ring to something that fits your lifestyle now? Tim Moses and his team can do that for you. Visit Moses Jewelers or log on to MosesJewelers.com.
Pure Pittsburgh, the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert and Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Welcome back. Big K Morning Show. Happy Friday, everybody. Paul Alexander in for Larry, along with Marty Griffin. And right now, we're with the man I've learned how to say his name, Mark Sorreo.
Right on.
But again, if I were to look how it was spelled, I would somehow screw it up.
Yeah.
It made me crazy.
Hold on, tell the public.
See, look, see how I have it? See it? Mark Sorreo.
How do they say it in Italy?
So in Italy, the AO is pronounced ow, so
Ow.
it's Serao. And whenever we go anywhere, whenever a Europeaner says our name, they say it right because they know when they see it. And even though it's AO, the English, you don't think of saying it like that, but.
So we've been good friends for almost 20 years,
Yep.
right? You would consider me a good friend?
Absolutely.
We're like family.
Family, yep.
To show you how busy he is and how entrenched he is with his family, which I love because I'm the same.
Your kids were amazing.
How many times have I asked you to go to dinner with me and my wife? 100?
A lot.
Have we ever gone out together?
Not yet.
Not yet.
And I'm telling you, my man loves me.
And
We
he would
love
like
each other.
to.
We're great friends. But my point is that we make the business our lives and our lives the business and our families the foundation of all that. Is that fair?
That's true.
It's hard.
Yep.
So this is part of your life now, this refuge for women. This
Absolutely.
shelter. You've kind of embraced it. It's
Yep.
important to you, right?
Yep, very important.
And
Because you have
they're
done
lucky
it.
to have you.
Explain it, though, why you feel so strongly about supporting this.
Well, so, our friend Linda Kreitcher is the president of the board of this safe house. And so we were talking about it one night at dinner and with my wife. My wife loved it, fell in love with it immediately. Because like I said before, there's a lot of women in all of our families.
Yep.
And this is about women who are actually taken into slavery. That's what they are. And they do, a lot of times, young girls are taken in. They have no choice. And people a lot of times I think look at women who have made this their life, or it seems like they made it their life, not realizing that they were brought into it as young children or teenagers.
Haven't known anything
and don't know anything else, right? And then they're afraid to leave. And so this organization actually rescues them. And I think it's amazing. Yeah. And they work with the police. They do sting operations. I think it's, and in Pittsburgh, I would never have thought that it was this big of a problem.
Same.
Number 10 in the country, our city is. That's that's really a sad
That's
statistic.
alarming, and we need to get that out more. We need to make that more of a relevant and very, I think it's a disaster.
Yeah,
I mean, we
it is.
have a crisis that needs to be addressed.
And
I
like
don't
Ronnie
think
was
anyone
saying,
treats it that way.
you know, they're eating gas station food their whole life, and they're teaching them how to cook with fresh vegetables and meat, and you know. So the house is amazing. It has an amazing kitchen. It has beautiful bedrooms that they probably, most of them have never lived in rooms like this in their lives.
On a professional level, business-wise, Paul was asking me this, and so is my friend Saul and all the strangers that come in here. The magnificence of your business. How do you make this work? Because you make it look so easy. How do you make this work, sir?
Well, the most important thing is Tony and myself, my family, we actually treat these people like they're our family. All of the employees here are like our family, and we know that without them, it doesn't work at all. And most of them are experts in their own positions and better than us in their positions, you know. So our cake decorators are way better than me. Our bakers are way better than me, you know. And that was my life growing up. And but you know, I think without the employees are the heartbeat of our business. That's our slogan for our employees.
I got to ask you about your wife, because she's similar to my wife. They love us.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. But my wife would stab me in the chest, and she's not a violent person, if we worked together, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a Tasmanian devil, as you know.
Yeah.
How do you keep it real with your wife? How do you stay together managing this Titanic of a bakery?
Well, I mean, one thing nice about this large building is my wife works upstairs in an office with my oldest daughter, who does all of our HR and operations, and Tony and I work downstairs.
Oh.
So we don't really cross paths all that much, and we plan it that way. You know, Tony's wife works in the downstairs office. Tony works mostly in the production area. But we get together. That's all we talk about. We talk about the bakery. We talk about our employees. We talk about our future. And it is like Kristen was saying when she was here this morning. She's a special ed teacher in Garner Elementary. Amazing. Like,
that's so awesome.
She is so into these kids' lives, and it's unbelievable. But her husband Billy is one of our retail managers, and so we're all in it. You know, we're all in it, different capacities.
So, to make it personal, Paul's wife Shelley has been in the business. He's in the business. I'm in the business. Christine's in the business. However,
that understanding helps.
We work. This is why we work. We work in separate areas.
Yeah.
But she saved my life, and I saved her life because we know this business so well.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
I think it's important that we understand what we're doing. Like my wife understands that we don't have weekends or holidays. We just don't. You know, all my kids understand it. My daughter Angela is in grad school. She wants to go into psychology.
Nice.
And her fiance, they're getting married next year. Josh is one of our retail managers.
Oh.
So he's tied in, you know, totally. And she comes and helps out when she's off school and, you know, holidays and things like that. So all the kids are involved in their spouses in different ways.
So those understandings, and you know, back when I was doing, you know, on the TV side, doing pirate, you know, post game shows, and I'd get asked, "What time are you going to be home?" There's no clock in baseball. There's rain delays. There's extra innings, and one time I said I should be home around 11. It turned into 1 o'clock in the morning because of both a rain delay and extra innings, and somehow that was my fault. And I realized she just doesn't get it. And I said, "Guess for now on, I will never give you a time."
Yeah.
I said,
"Don't ask me to lie."
I said, when the game ends at 45 minutes to an hour, then I'll be home.
Well, you know what's so funny? We have cameras all around the bakery, so my wife never asks me.
Right.
She watches where I am on the camera. She
my
God!
So there's this syndrome they call fight or flight.
Yeah.
And I'm using this in your case because when folks tried to bring you down recently, you could have run from it, and your wife could have run from it. You both fought. And is it fair for me to say, because when I had cancer, I got closer to my wife. Is it fair for me to say you're closer to your wife from that journey?
100%.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, that was, you know, in the Bible it tells us that God brings all things together for good to those who love the Lord.
Yeah.
I will never believe that it was a good thing for me, but really good things came out of it. And that was one of them. My relationship with God was another one.
Nice.
My relationship with my children's always great, but that's your real support. That's your support. That was my support. And my wife stayed beside me the entire time. It was very hard to get up every morning and come to work, but I did. She kind of pushed me out the door.
And your son.
Yeah, and my son. Yeah.
He was all in, brother.
Yeah, 100%.
And everyone knows your character.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that knows
you're
me,
out there. They know you.
Yeah.
They know better.
Right. It's the people that don't know me that I
Right.
shouldn't probably care about, but I do care about
Sure.
it. I can't help it. You know.
Sorry, brother.
We all do, even though we know we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But here's one thing I always share with everybody. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business.
Yeah. You're right.
Think about that.
You're right.
I mean, say that again.
Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. That's
Correct.
exactly right. I actually stopped looking at social media.
Good.
You know, at first I was reading it. I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
This guy hates me.
Yeah,
they think I'm
why?
a thief.
What did
They
I
think
do?
I'm awful.
Yeah.
True, Mark.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, brother.
We know it doesn't bother Marty.
No, it doesn't.
nothing does.
I love
It fuels him.
It does not,
It
sir.
fuels him, and I
As
love
you
that.
know, my man.
Love it.
Bring it on.
Mark, God bless
Jack
you,
Ross.
man.
Hey, thanks, guys.
You're not scared. You're not scared. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
79 northbound lanes are reopened after being closed for crews to clear an accident. Part of that accident is still on the side of the road there. We're still seeing lots of residual delays. The accident was actually a car fire, and it was 2 miles before Mount Nebo. Traffic on 79 North is backing to before Neville Island, before the S-Bends back to Forest Grove Road. Inbound Parkway West stacking up the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is jammed back to before Wilkinsburg as you make your way to the Squill Hill Tunnel. We don't have any issues on the Parkway North right now. 28 seeing a little bit of traffic alleviation there. Just some sluggish moving traffic from Millvale down to the north side. And 65 still looking at that 2-lane delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Do you have shoeboxes full of photos? Today only, radio listeners get VIP access to the new Photo Legacy Box. Get your family's photos professionally scanned for as low as 7 cents, which is 76% less than what other brands charge. As the world's largest digitizer, you know you can trust Legacy Box to digitize your entire collection of 4x6 photos. Everything from the embarrassing haircut you had in the 90s to photos of your great-grandma's wedding. Visit legacybox.com/value to get 200 photos scanned starting at just $19.95. Oh, and don't forget, Legacy Box also digitizes over 15 other types of analog media, so you can get your favorite memories on VHS or Grandpa's film reels from the 40s digitized too. Take advantage of this exclusive offer on the new Photo Legacy Box today and preserve your past for as low as 7 cents. Go to legacybox.com/value. That's legacybox.com/value.
Hey, I got a question. You hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you could just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoe for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you don't need to touch to put on, and it's only from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. And these are not your standard slip-on shoes. This is the next level slip-in technology, so it's even easier. How do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. And it also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers, and you can even put them on with your hands full. What are you, rushing out the door with your kids? No problem. Just step in them and go. Look, we all hate bending over and struggling to put on our dirty, old, germy shoes, but now, just get Skechers Slip-ins that never touch your shoes again. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
He's known worldwide as the voice of romance. Johnny Mathis, live in concerts. The Voice of Romance Tour, July 28th, Heinz Hall. Over 65 years of romance continues in an evening to remember with the legendary Johnny Mathis. Reserve seats on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at HeinzHall.org, the box office, and by phone.
Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by. He'll preview what's coming up at 9:30. Paul.
A trend of wet and warmer than average weather is coming to an end. Find out what's going to happen this weekend coming up at 8. Make that 9:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
When my parents passed, we sat down with Julian Gray, who's now become a close friend, at grayouterlaw.com. I'm serious. He relieved so much pain for us, so much financial stress. Laid out for us my parents' estate. The taxes went to court for us. Represented our family like no one else has ever done. Now I send all my closest friends there all day long. Julian Gray is the best in the business. There is no comparison, folks. grayouterlaw.com, grayouterlaw.com.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
Folks, my favorite town to visit, Oakmont. Here's why. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, great restaurant, great food, great service, cigar bar at the Lot. Oakmont is a town you can walk around, you can enjoy it, you can park, there's no problems. It's a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere with great food. The Lot at Edgewater, Carnivores, 333, and Hofstadt's. Amazing food, Oakmont.
Everything you need to start your day with the Big K Morning Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Welcome back, Big K Morning Show. Happy Friday, everybody. Paul Alexander in for Larry. Sitting alongside my man, my boy, Marty Griffin.
Hey, man. So, I've been looking at your texts as you're sitting here. Your wife, Shelley, who I love. She's actually very, very funny.
She's hilarious.
But, as is typical with wives, she has sent you a list of stuff.
Yeah, I got to bring
home. She wants
home.
you to bring home.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my life is a life of lists. I mean, that's what you live. I love a life of lists. And you know what I love?
Yeah.
I don't come home until the list is complete.
Whoa.
I don't. I get it done.
I hide.
You hide?
Yeah.
Where do you hide? Well, I guess you don't want to give that up.
So if I pull up to the house and I see that we have house guests.
Oh, you don't go in?
I don't go upstairs. I'll hide. I have a problem.
I would say.
I do, man. I need some help.
Well, I mean, I went through a period where I hated people and hoped they hated me. So, I mean, that's
Come over
that's
here,
kind of
sit down.
what you had something
Sit down,
on.
my man. Sit down.
Pull up a chair. Pull up a headset.
Come on, man. Sit down, man. Put the headset on. We want the world to hear you. I love
that
when
funny?
people stop by. Tell us your name, sir.
Good morning. My name's Tom Kust, Central Catholic 66.
How are you
Tom,
doing?
pull your microphone up. See where that is?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now everyone can hear you.
Say that again, Tom.
Central Catholic 1966.
We own this town.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we run this town.
I'll tell you what. I have a new favorite Central Catholic grad, Neil Shipley.
Come on. That's amazing.
How about that kid?
Yes.
And I have to get a little selfless
Please.
promotion.
Shameless plug.
The fan golf show known as Going Low tomorrow morning, 7 to 8. Neil's going to be my guest tomorrow
gotta do
morning,
that.
so
You
I'm
gotta
looking
listen,
forward to
folks.
that, man.
And I know
This
both of
kid
his
is
parents.
20. He's 23, going on 30.
Amazing.
So he's already. Jack Nicklaus gave him a hole-by-hole attack plan for Augusta. Jack Nicklaus personally gave that to him. He played with Tiger in the final round at a Masters and beat him. I mean, could he not die and go to heaven right now? I mean, you're telling your grandkids, oh, that Tiger Woods? Yeah, I played with him. I beat him.
And he's only 23.
He's 23 years
And
old.
what brings you here today, my man?
I brought you something.
What is that?
It was something that I talked to you about prior to the pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I don't know if
And
you
you think I
have
remember this
It's
stuff?
not ticking, is it?
No, not yet. I have the igniter in the car.
Oh, my goodness.
That's your yearbook from 77.
It sure is, man. How'd you have this?
Wow.
Well, I'm active in the Central Catholic Alumni Association.
How cool.
And
You know, it is.
Is Marty prominently featured in that yearbook?
No.
yes, his
Yes,
senior picture with a description of clubs, and he's also on the football team.
Most likely to succeed?
No. In fact, it's interesting you should say this. The school guidance counselor told my mother, college isn't for everyone.
Ouch.
It's a polite way to put
it. But by the way, I love Central, and it made a huge difference. I was a bad kid headed to jail. I was stealing cars. I was in gangs. I'm telling you the truth. I started playing football and running track. I never got in trouble again. That's school.
That's awesome, man.
And Mr. Wheeler, and of course my parents. But all my boys went there, as you know. It's a cult.
Yes. Central Mafia, it's called.
It is.
I'll tell you what. You look around Pittsburgh. I've been very impressed by most of what Central has produced.
Absolutely.
No question about that. I'm down.
It's a wonderful place.
And it only graduates 800 students now. And when I graduated, it was 1,600 kids graduated.
Oh, my goodness.
From that
He's
small
right.
building.
Hold on, though. What did it cost at the time? Was it 500?
It was 100.
Okay.
100.
$25 a quarter. And my father said, you know, Tom, that might be a little too much. Would you mind going to Shenley?
Right. My father was free when he went there. Well, he got kicked out.
Kicked out of
he did,
Central.
Kicked out of Central. Like Ed Gainey. Well, Ed Gainey says he left, but
he got kicked out.
He did.
Are you serious?
I love Ed Gainey. Very charming, but
he is. He got kicked out of Central.
I almost got kicked out 6 or 7 times for doing stupid crap. But I'm just telling you, man. I found the same. It's funny, Paul. I found the same skill set that got me in trouble in Central has allowed me to thrive in real life.
Sure.
Street smarts.
Yeah, man. And
There's a lot about what we do in school that is counterintuitive to what we want people to do.
Yes.
I know that's a little deep, but I mean it's very true.
Man.
It's very true. And what you just said is prophetic, because what we really want is people to stand out and be different. And school makes everyone conform and be just be a sheep, and that's what we produced. I mean, we watched how people acted during the pandemic. We're sheep, man. We'll do whatever we're told to do.
I don't.
We won't quite. Well, either do I.
I spent my life being an outlier.
But you know, it's funny. I get yelled at from people that love me and care about me because I have common sense. They go, "That doesn't make sense. That's wrong." And then you say, "Well, oh, wait a second, but the government said," I go, "Yeah, they've never lied before. Come on, wake up, people.
Checks in the mail.
They've never lied before."
My man, you got to try one of these
Oh,
songs
yeah,
before
have
you
one.
go.
No.
You don't even try?
No.
He's on the straight and narrow. I saw a guy just saying no right there, straight and narrow.
I love this stuff.
And I do spend a lot of time in here cookie-wise.
This place is amazing.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes.
And it only got better when it got bigger.
Yeah.
It only got better when it got bigger.
I remember when it was just in a small little cove.
Yep.
Right down the road.
Allegheny Avenue.
And they used to have to walk up. They had a parking lot between the two. They had to walk everything across the street from
Oh,
them.
yeah. They had 2 buildings. Yeah, I remember that well.
Thanks for coming by, my man. Love you.
I appreciate it.
Great to
Thank
see you,
you.
brother. Thank
Take
you
care.
so much for the yearbook.
I can't wait to see your picture in that yearbook. You got to show that
I was
to me.
put together.
Oh, my man. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take care of that. All right, thank you. That was very cool. That's very cool, Marty.
Got a note from
people do care about you.
Frank Costa, one of the best doctors in the world. Honestly, has made a big difference in my life and Mark's life. Beautiful segment with Mark this morning. Thank you. Mark is a hell of a man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing. Come on, let's get to that $10,000 so he can match it. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville. Now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Good morning. Traffic on 79 northbound is improving after the earlier accident and vehicle fire. Both lanes are open. Traffic is moving better, but we're still seeing residual delays starting around the S-Bends and then stretching back to Forest Grove. Now, much of that is because of the construction there as well and the lane restrictions. Inbound Parkway West stacking up at the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is at Wilkinsburg. 65 inbound, 2-light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, football fans, the NFL Draft is almost here, and the free Odyssey app brings you the latest coverage from the biggest sports radio stations across the country. Which players will help your team the most? Who will make a draft day trade? Will they be ready for Week 1? The local conversations about the team you love. All on the free Odyssey app. AUDACY. Download it today.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Light rain is moving out of Allegheny County at this hour. It's 62 at Pittsburgh International, 9:30 now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. We've had a week with above average high temperatures, but will that trend continue? Here's News Radio KDKA Susie Cool live in the newsroom.
If you were getting used to the toasty weather in Pittsburgh this week, AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore says, hold that thought.
Saturday night into Sunday, and Sunday night into Monday morning. I think we have to be concerned about frost. It looks like we will be getting down into the mid-30s.
And if you're worried about your plants in the weekend's frost, expert gardener Doug Oster says,
most plants will be fine. Anything that comes up on its own, like a shrub or a tree or a perennial, they're used to this weather.
Looking ahead to the next week, it looks like cooler spring-like weather is here to stay for a little. Susie Cool, News Radio, KDKA.
Demolition of Century 3 Mall will involve asbestos remediation in the majority of that abandoned structure. And as News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush reports, the DA is getting involved.
That's right, Paul. The first phase of demolition for Century 3 Mall began on March 26. A full asbestos survey of the mall has not been completed. Allegheny County District Attorney Steven Zappala says they're making progress on the mall, and asbestos was to be expected.
I understand there's some asbestos, and there's a report that may indicate that there's asbestos in the mall. We kind of anticipated that because of the time frame and the nature of the prior uses of the property.
Zappala says his office plans to ask the court to force the owners of Century 3 Mall to produce a contract to address asbestos on the property. Live in the newsroom, Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
At the open on Wall Street, the Dow is up 50 points at 37,826. The NASDAQ is down 80 points, and the S&P is down 8. KDKA Radio News Time, 9:31. Our next update at 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Get ready for a night of solid gold with the Temptations and the Four Tops. Friday, May 3rd, Benedum Center. Tickets on sale now at trustarts.org.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1893 $10 gold Liberty coins has been found. These gorgeous 1893p gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 100 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed an 1893 gold Liberty struck at the iconic Philadelphia Mint. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1893 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 131 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7082. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus of $50 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7082 now to secure your 1893p $10 gold Liberty coins before they sell out. That's 1-888-201-7082.
Man, I was so sick recently. I was lying in the hospital bed at UPMC Presby and then Montefiore, thinking, here we go again with this serious illness. I haven't felt that bad in years and thought, I'm so tired of this. And then the UPMC folks stepped in. And the kindness and the consideration and the expertise. I'm serious about this. Literally has me back on my feet, feeling 100% again. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Tailgating season is here. Shop local at Pittsburgh's best-kept secret, Tom Friday's Market, one of the few remaining true butcher shops in town. Enjoy all-natural, fresh-cut steaks, chops, poultry, homemade hot and sweet sausage, smoked kibasi, and hot dogs. Also thick, juicy, fresh burgers made on premises. Tom Friday's Market never uses antibiotics or hormones in their meats and poultry. Tom Friday's Market, California Avenue, Brighton Heights, 412-766-4500. Like them on Facebook or visit TomFridaysMarket.com.
When it comes to remodeling your bathroom, do you think it matters if the guy who's actually in there doing the work cares about his job? Kate here from Baths R Us, and trust me, it matters a lot. Most bathroom remodelers hire the cheapest subcontractors they can find, provide no training, offer no benefits, and then fire them the second they don't have enough work to keep them busy. They can barely pay their bills, they hate their jobs, and that's the guy in there remodeling your bathroom. At Baths R Us, our installers are the lifeblood of our company, and we treat them that way. They are actual W-2 employees with great pay and benefits, insurance, 401k, vehicles, the works. We always keep them busy, and they love their jobs. So call Baths R Us if you want a gorgeous new bathroom built with love by employees who love their jobs. Call now and get $1,500 off plus low to no monthly payments. Our number is 412-991-2676 or online at bathsrus.com. That's bathsrus.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville, now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
79 North is heavy and slow from Forest Grove Road through the S-Bends. Inbound Parkway West stacking up the top of Green Tree Hill. Parkway East is solid at Forest Hills. Parkway North is moving well and up to speed. 28 back up to speed, a minor slowdown between the 40th and 31st Street bridges, but really moving quite well on 28 right now. And 65 still looking at about a 1 to 2 light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge. AAA Traffic on the 5s is brought to you by LGKG Injury Lawyers. LGKG, your home team. Visit lgkg.com. I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Today will turn out mostly cloudy and mild with some showers through mid-afternoon, even a rumble of thunder, high 67. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 45. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun, breezy and cooler, high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
We've been an institution in Newcastle for 90 years, and now our offices canvass all of Western Pennsylvania. I'm Joe George. Known for integrity and doing what we say we'll do, LGKG Injury Lawyers are different from the other firms. Visit lgkg.com or call me. LGKG, your home team.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
The Big K Morning Show. Larry and Marty. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You got 15 texts.
Hey,
Welcome
guys.
back. Big K Morning Show. Paul Alexander along with Marty Griffin sitting in for Larry today, and we welcome to the big stage Joe Block, voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the great voices there. And Joe, good to be home, I'm sure, after what was a pretty decent road trip until the Mets got in the way.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch this group play this year, and yeah, I think and good to talk to you, Paul. You know, the 14 out of 19 on the road to start the season. That's was the toughest schedule, and the Pirates. Yeah, they it looked like they were running out of gas in New York.
Oh. And Joe, I don't know about you, but no, I do know about you. Very excited about seeing Quinn Priester, a guy that really I think had a great spring. Has had a great start to his year in Indianapolis, and a guy that's one of those arms that Pirate fans are really hoping to see flourish.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's only 23 years old, and last year, boy, he found out what the big leagues were, and that happened, and we saw that. So I thought in spring, I agree with you. There was a lot of good outings from him. It looks like he changed something. That's what always alarms me is sometimes the guys don't have success and then they don't change anything. Well, wait a minute. Priester did. He started to become more of a sinker slider pitcher with a curveball, and that's kind of, to me, his identity. And I think he just tried to throw everything last year. And now if he can lock in on that and really focus on those 3 pitches and pitch, effectively and deeply into ball games, because he was able to get some quick outs we saw throughout the spring and at times last year.
Hey,
it can be a real plus for the Pirates. But
Paulie mentioned this morning this, and I'm stupid about this stuff, Joe. I'm very excited about what you're doing and what the Pirates are doing, quite frankly. But this young dude that has a 0.00.
Well, we were looking at Paul Skeen's day from yesterday, and Joe, he had 34 pitches over 100 miles an hour yesterday. That's mind-blowing to those of us that have followed baseball for a period of time.
Yeah, but I think, Marty, you bring up the better point. He doesn't allow runs. We see guys that have thrown hard before, and that is wonderful. It's eye-popping. It's wonderful to watch, but then are you getting guys out? But he strikes out more than 2/3 of the guys that he faces.
What?
In AAA, and he's really never pitched in the minor leagues before. So that's the kind of stuff. It's like, well, wait a minute. Could he be, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young Award type pitcher? And we don't, I'm just saying, could he be? You have to think about that because of the way that he hasn't given up a run, and he strikes out. I think it's 27 of the 47 hitters.
What?
He struck out. They don't even put a ball in play again.
It's freakish. It's freakish.
Yeah, it's freakish stuff. So, with Jared Jones and how electric he's been, and Keller, an all-star pitcher, you got Bednar, an all-star closer, it's like, well, wait a minute. Now you start to see, the Pirates really have never been a pitching team, through their existence, maybe since, the early 1900s. So this is something that they have to really be a perennial contender, and it's looking like they might have some.
Well, we had Doc Ellis, John Candelore. Come on, man.
No, we've had great individuals, but Joe's right. I mean, we had Doug Drabick in the 90s, a Cy Young Award winner, and we had Steve Blasiev, 2 complete games in the World Series. But we're talking about individuals. We're not talking about the Orioles had 4 20-game winners. That's the team that's the Pirates beat in the World Series. But Joe's right. But Joe, one thing I'm concerned about, the bats have gone very quiet, and sometimes, they were very hot collectively. Now they're very cold collectively, and that's just kind of the nature of the game sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, and it exposes things, too. I mean, the Pirates have not played the best baseball this year.
What is this?
But there's been some mental errors and some physical errors that you feel like could be avoided. And then you say, well, they're 11-8. So it's like, okay, well, that's pretty good, overall. And it was because they were scoring a lot of runs, so it masked that. And then they weren't scoring a lot of runs, and it showed up in those tight ball games. So that's something that can get easily cleaned up. It's not a lack of talent or ability, so that's good because you can't fix that very easily. So that's the good thing. Also the good thing for me is that they did have that, come out of the gate strong offensively. That shows that it's in there. So let's see some more of that because the Pirates have not been really a good hitting team over the last, 4 years or so. So this is fun to watch that they're, tail end of last year and then so far this year that they're able to score some runs. They need to do that too. And
Joe, you notice that teams that are winning, they're somehow miraculously getting that 2-out RBI single, and when they're not, all of a sudden, that 2-out, men in scoring position, that 3rd out all of a sudden comes up. But I mean, that's not something that the manager can't change. I mean, it's situational baseball. And, when things are clicking, you're getting that 2-out base hit that scores a run. And when it's not working that way.
Yeah, you hope for a balance. Like you said, I don't think it ever feels that way, that it's a balance. But, they were really good at that early on this season. And for me, I think a lot of it has to do with the people that you have. And certain hitters come up with those hits. They get to be known as clutch hitters through their careers. And they're RBI guys, they're run producers. You hear those phrases. And so I hope that the Pirates have some of those guys in that lineup. If not now, then certainly some guys down the road too. But you need a mix, and we're seeing some guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. We're seeing some guys that can run, even though they haven't run a lot so far this year. And then hopefully you got some of those role guys that just get that big hit when you need it and keep them scoring some runs because that's always fun to watch them run around the bases. We definitely prefer that.
It makes it more fun for you, too. But Joe, one thing I'm concerned about has Mark Garda, your director of broadcasting, instituted any kind of word count on you guys to make sure that you guys are strong at the end of the year? Because we've seen a pretty good outcry after what happened the other night. Just making sure you guys aren't any kind of word count. You guys are okay to go strong, right?
The pitch timer is life-changing. I don't have to say anything anymore. I just tell you what's going on in the game.
You don't have time for stories anymore.
No. We compare notes. Football, basketball, hockey broadcasters. We'll all chat and compare. Well, we don't know how you do it in baseball. How do you fill all that time? That's what I'd always hear. And now it's like, no. I'm just like you guys. I just tell you what's happening. Give you the score, tell you what's happening, and that's about it. I mean, Tanner Houck of the Red Sox yesterday had a 1 hour, 48-minute complete game shutout. So
how about that? That was under.
Every day.
Don't they call that a Greg Maddux? He had a complete game shutout under 100 pitches.
I think it was.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. A complete game shutout. Unbelievable.
Yeah. But baseball did such a good job of just, hey, let's pick it up. We don't need to rush. Baseball's a leisurely sport. That's fine. But it was just dragging on, and it was like, well, wait a minute, okay. So they put all of it together. So I'm saying far fewer words than I ever have with the pitch timer. That's for sure.
Well, it's quality, not quantity, right? It's the quality of your words, Joe, and you bring great quality to every broadcast, and we appreciate that. Joe, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy being at home. Enjoy being in your own bed. Enjoy your kids again. Reintroduce yourself and have some fun.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good to talk to you.
All right. Joe Block, who'll be home for the next 7 games at least. They have 3 against the Red Sox starting tonight, then 4, I think a really big series, 4 against the Milwaukee Brewers to follow. All right. What are we doing now? We're going to traffic right now. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDK AAA Traffic powered by Bowser and Genesis of Monroeville now open. Here's Heather Zambito.
Heading inbound on the Parkway East, you're lining up just past Wilkinsburg as you make your way to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Inbound Parkway West, still lining up at the top of Green Tree Hill. The outbound side is back up to speed. No issues right now on the Parkway North. 65 has a 2-light delay at the McKees Rocks Bridge in both directions. With AAA traffic on the 5s, I'm Heather Zambito on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Joden Jewelers is coming to Pittsburgh. On April 18th and 19th, Joden Jewelers is holding a buying event at the Crown Plaza Suite South across from South Hills Village. Experts will evaluate diamonds, gold, silver, coins, and Rolex watches, as well as antique, estate, and modern jewelry. Get the best offer for your valuables. Payment is confidential and immediate. Get paid for gold and valuables at the Crown Plaza Suite South on April 18th and 19th from Joden Jewelers, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For questions, visit www.joden.com or call 724-699-1932.
Pittsburgh CLO has got your map to a summer of musicals. A new season filled with Broadway caliber musicals across 3 venues. At the Benedum Center, West Side Story, The Color Purple, and Music Man. At the Greer Cabaret Theater, Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, and Young Frankenstein. At the Byam Theater, Seussical. You're on the road to a summer of musical memories. Tickets to all shows now on sale. Visit PittsburghCLO.org.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Let's head over to the news desk. Paul Rasmussen standing by. He has a preview of what's coming up in our next newscast. Paul.
We just finished an interview with CBS military analyst Jeff McCausland about Israel's strike in Iran. We'll get his analysis at 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
KDKA, covered by Rhino Shield. Looks like paint and lasts for decades with a 25-year warranty.
It's the KDKA Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Super 7. High school basketball lives on KDKA. And now through Friday at noon, we're set to honor the best boys and girls players in the WPIAL and Pittsburgh City League.
Oh, and a one-handed slam! How about that? Pulls up for three. Oh, and he can't miss!
The KDKA Radio Allegheny Health Network Sports Medicine Super 7. Vote early. Vote often. Let your voice be heard at kdkaradio.com.
When you go through a stretch of weather like we've had with the heavy rains and the high winds, it can tear apart your roof and siding. You need the expertise of JP Roofing and Siding, Owens Corning MVPs, and one of only 20 companies in the country awarded for their service excellence. Bottom line is, it's the most important part of your home, the roof over your head. You should have experts take care of it. It starts with a simple free estimate and a phone call at 412-829-7711. Joe Potocznik and his team, and Joe's been doing this for 43 years now. They really know their stuff. And Joe will give you $500 off any roof or siding installation project. So if you have an issue, if it's an insurance claim, they'll walk you through the process A to Z. JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Thanks, Joe.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
I love shoes. You find them in the store, you know, they like call you, but they hurt. The best ones hurt the worst. And you're walking around going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm not happy. Stuck in the arch supports, and I felt so much better. I'm pain-free. I'd say Good Feet help with all of my great shoes. They turned out to be something that actually works for me. Now with Good Feet, I don't have to choose between looking good and feeling good. My name is Ava, and that's my Good Feet story.
Bring in your favorite shoes to the Good Feet store, and we'll personally fit you to ensure your comfort. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center and at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet system fits in all your shoes. And ladies, you can now be comfortable in your favorite high heels. The Good Feet store.
You've been told you have neuropathy. Tired of the burning, numbness, tingling? Tri-State Neuropathy Centers and Dr. Sean Ritchie, D.C. get results.
My legs were on fire from my toes to my knees. They were numb. I've gone to 46 doctors. I was desperate. Believe me, I was desperate. I would do anything to get better because my life wasn't the life I wanted. It's the first time I'm able to walk. I couldn't walk more than 3 or 4 steps. Now I can walk block.
And I went to doctors and they'd give me pills. My improvement has gone 60% and I'm on my way to 100%.
You know, don't listen to the neurologist when I tell you there's nothing that can be done. And once a nerve is dead, it's dead. Because there is something that can be done. I'm living proof of that.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers. Suffering from neuropathy? Visit marydanston.com or call 724-940-9000. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers with locations throughout the greater Pittsburgh area.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Had a discussion just last evening as George Benson brings us back.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
He is one of the least revered Pittsburgh stars, and it bothers me.
This seems to trouble you. I've heard you say this before.
Because every time I hear his music,
right.
He's
smooth.
He's so good. He turned 80 years old recently.
Yeah.
His music is out of this world.
Did you ever? You're saying something so profound. I was having this talk with my wife. I feel uncomfortable about getting old.
Why?
I just never wanted.
It's a privilege.
I don't know. It's hard to be turning 65. It's hard.
That's a number. That's a little scary.
Like I'm in that window where I now have to start getting ready for that.
Oh yeah.
And look, I'm not ashamed of it. I've had a hell of a run.
Oh yeah.
But I never imagined it might sound like an idiot that I'd ever be here.
Right.
When we were young, we'd say, that dude.
Yeah, how about that guy?
That 50-year-old guy, that old fart.
Right.
Right?
We were always like that.
Yeah, man.
And then all of a sudden you're there.
Yeah.
It just happens.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
And I have a blessed life, but it does hang out there.
But you know what's weird? I think you and I are pretty similar about this. We feel like we're still tuned in to the whole world. Like I feel like I've just spent the weekend with my son at Penn State. I'm like, I could still, I'm right there. Think about how ridiculous that is.
Well, that's an issue.
But we were in this one establishment, and I said, if you don't find 5 old people in here in about 5 minutes, I'm out. I can't be here. I can't. And he goes, Dad, there's one. I went, we're out. We got to go somewhere else. I go, I can't be here with just college kids. I mean, come on. Get me out of here.
We're those old guys.
Yeah, we are. And I don't want to be a creepy old guy.
No, well, you're not.
No, but if you hang in a college bar and you're the only old guy, then all of a sudden people assume you're creepy.
You're a creep.
So get out.
In a sleeve.
Don't stay in there.
I always
That's
talk to my daughters about this, that some of my boys in Dallas that are very wealthy, but insanely jacked up personally, and they're my age in their 60s, and they're dating girls in their 20s. It's obnoxious and
That's
sinful,
so wrong.
and evil,
That's
and dark.
just wrong. That's so wrong.
In a dark place.
And like you, I have daughters.
Yeah.
So no. I mean, that's just
So
no.
good.
I mean, it's just so no. Like
smarmy.
No. Young girls are for young guys. I mean, to me, that's just the way it should be.
Hey, man, what a day we had here.
Thank you, Marty. I had a blast. And Mark, your hospitality, the Oakmont Bakery, and please look into Refuge for Women. Give what you can. They need your help. Women are just treated so horribly in so many instances. Do what you can to reverse that. Do what you can to stop that.
So my cousin lives about a half mile from me, right on the river. He's a rich guy. He has one of those houses on the water.
Oh, one of the new ones.
Yeah, and he puts it in my face. He doesn't. His wife does, Laura.
Oh.
I love this woman. I could tell you to stop down for coffee when you're done, but the cleaning ladies will be here. And what did I text back?
Rich people.
Oh. Her son, Ryan, is one of my favorite people in the world, and we're going to have a Get Marty team this summer of Griffins. My son Vincent, her son Ryan, and me, and we're going to make a difference together.
Let's go.
But he's a rich guy, doesn't want me in his house today because
they're cleaning ladies. Yeah.
Cleaning ladies are there.
Well, you got to deal with obstacles. That's life.
Thanks for doing this with me today.
All right, hey, Marty, I loved it. Thanks so much. And again, Mark, thanks for your hospitality. And Refuge for Women. Give early, give often.